Late Night Grin. Also, what does that name mean?
We're here, folks. Happy Friday. Happy Grin Day. And I got to say, I just said to the lads here, it feels like it's been a minute since this quartet was on a Friday show, flagship. It may not actually have been a while, or it may have been like 3 weeks, but it feels like it's been a while. Yeah. But we're here, we're locked in, we're ready to go. It is Revolution weekend. Legitimately one of the biggest shows of their year, right? No question. I think you could argue the biggest in some ways. I mean,
it's
All In, is crowd, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
The Revolution in terms of history feels like hard to beat because it's been there since since the first year of the promotion. And as a result of that, the catalogue for this pay-per-view is pretty extraordinary. Tonight, that is our focus. We've asked our grinners for their top 5 ballots, and we have tallied those. Tonight, we count on the top 15. Expert panel, as always. Buster, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for this show. I was thinking yesterday or the day before that, sometime this week. I think Revolution's probably got my favorite catalog of matches for AEW pay-per-views. It's either that or Full Gear maybe, but it's one of those two. So this is a stacked list.
It is indeed. It's kind of nuts watching the results come in. Some of the matches get neglected. Wow,
Yeah.
There are some heavy hitters. We'll get into that. I'm sure it'll be controversial. Caden Lee, how are you?
Joe, I'm doing great. We, myself, young Donnie, and Marcus were on this platform last night, and we previewed Revolution. It made me even more excited for this pay-per-view than I already was. Like Buster kind of mentioned, it just has a great catalog. It always ends up being a really fun pay-per-view. First pay-per-view of the year, probably the longest pay-per-view cycle that they have. So it leads to good matchups and fresh stories.
And you get what I mean, right? All In is now their biggest show, but because Revolution was there from, honestly, probably their first strong pay-per-view TV cycle, in terms of Dynamite, for a pay-per-view was the Revolution 2020, the first one, right? And so, every year, if you think about it, it's almost always a major one for them.
I think it's consistently their best built pay-per-view, to be honest.
It's a very,
I
very
don't know if that's just because
interesting
they have more time leading up to it or what, but
definitely feels like a factor for sure. Novi, how are you?
Doing pretty good, Joe. All In will be the numbers show. We'll celebrate the tickets or whatever. Who gives a shit, though? Revolution is where the real money is made and the balling out, bro, because people go crazy. And this
should
this
stress
first
though,
time,
sell out on Sunday. We
Sell
should stress
out,
it's important.
and
Yeah.
and who do we credit for that sellout, Joe?
Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Yeah.
Big fucking Hebrew. Don't mistake it. Don't mistake
Excellent
it.
point. As you were saying.
Yeah.
It's just people tend to ball out on this show. AEW tends to ball out. We actually have a build, so I'm actually excited for one of their pay-per-views for first time in a minute. So I'm really excited to talk about the history.
I am too, folks. We hope you are well on this beautiful Friday night. We've got a big weekend here. We've got Collision tomorrow, including Bob O'Neill on our lineup. And then Sunday, we're free again for Revolution. We're going to have a whole bunch of grinners in the building for that. As you file in, you know the deal. You smash the like button. You do all that good stuff, right? I mean, that's just the way it goes. Before we get rolling, we have some business handle in our chat. Our friend Fahad sent a super chat and said, MFT's Wyatts, we are telling stories. I'll use this chance to do a quick SmackDown review. I watched about an hour of SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to showcase what Fahad's referencing here. So they did Tummer and Solo versus Howdy and Rowan. And the finish was finally, they got the lantern back for a moment. Howdy pinned Solo again. They had the lantern. Nikki Cross helped them. And then immediately Tama just flattened Howdy and stole the lantern back. And I was like, oh my God, they're in the exact same place they entered. It was kind of impressive, to be honest, how little they achieved. I was like, wow. It wasn't even Tama. Shows you Tama laid him out. Thank you, Brady. Tama laid him out. So that's what they did. And then, after that, there was something that I wanted to actually credit for a moment before we move on and get to Revolution. Oh, I wanted to shout out Mia Yim Meechin. She hasn't wrestled in 3 months. Tonight's the most confident she's looked on television in a minute. To be honest, like she just kind of said, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. The match was just fine. It was a get-over match for Jade. Obviously, it wasn't supposed to be an epic, but I wanted to give her a nod. That was very, very cool. And finally, this Bella Twins thing is really interesting. I don't know if you guys have been following this story. They came back at the Rumble. They came out the following Monday. They said, we're coming for the tag titles, okay? They haven't been on TV once since then, until tonight. All right? 5 weeks later. They have not so subtly attacked this in public. Bria's talked about how she expected to be on TV every week. She needs time to get warmed up for Mania. They did some tweets about it. Tonight, before Charlexa versus Lash and Nia, they just walked out. Like, they just came out and made their entrance before the match. And Joe Tess was like, whoa. Like, he put over like I'd walked out. He went, whoa. Bella Twins are here. They walked out, they grabbed the mic, and they said, we're going to sit at ringside and watch the match, and we got next. We're the next title contenders. And they did the classic WWE TV thing, which you've seen it a million times. Someone sits at ringside, they get involved in the match, they cost the DQ. Yeah, it's a classic WWE. And it was very well done. The crowd wanted to see a title change. They were mad about it, all that good stuff. But then after that, they got heat on the Bellas. So they got heat on them for costing Charlotte the belts, and then got the shit kicked out of them. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if someone's held at gunpoint. I don't know what's going on. But it's a fascinating thing to look at. That was my main event. I thought the...
Wait, they also met Danhausen?
I didn't see that. That was my main event.
Damn.
Both of the women's matches I watched, I actually liked for what they were. I thought they were fun. Randy Orton appears to have turned heel. I did not see that angle because I was talking to the guys about the Oscars. So, there we go. Fahad, just for you, mate. SmackDown review right there. Boom. Von Tell, member for 8 months. Appreciate you. Says Trick might win a world title before Braun, Ober, Fatu. He is really over. I think Jacob is figured in to the summer plans on SmackDown, but I don't think this is a crazy take. He is flying right now. He's really, really, really over. So I get it for sure.
I saw a picture of him at a
That was
Walmart or something.
It was like a liquor store. He just had his gear on.
He's so cool, dude. Really, really
He's
cool.
a beast.
Thank you, Vontel. Riley sent a super chat and said, Revolution might be the most consistent show in any company's history. Argument to be made, 5 of 6 Revolution shows are top 10 AEW pay-per-views, not so high in 2021 is the biggest miss in the show's history by far, right?
Yeah.
Is
Well, I
that
mean,
the
you could
one where
also...
Matt Hardy, like, falls off the... Is it that one, or is that...
No, All Out is where he falls off.
All Out. Revolution is the one...
He works Hangman on that show.
What's the main event of that show?
That's the exploding barbed wire death match.
That's right. Okay, yeah, I get those two confused. All Out, and they're both daily shows, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's an argument to be made that, like, you know, one of them is maybe their best show ever. So
I would say it's a really easy argument to make too. Wouldn't you? Like,
yeah,
it's
what I would
competition,
pick.
But like, if you could never get mad at someone for saying that, right? It would be like,
no, it's because I mean the quality of that fucking show. I mean, we'll get into some of those matches, I'm sure, but
we will.
yeah, yeah.
I fired up the Blu-ray, which if you haven't got, you need to get your hands on that. It's
I know. I wanted to get it when it dropped, and then it sold out immediately. I just haven't been able to like get it since then.
The
is
sound
it like
is just. I don't know. I don't know how they do it because they don't really promote those. Do they just kind of like appear?
No, and I really need to own it because like I was there. You know, I gotta have that.
I'll say this here because it's not on the list. I fired up the Blu-ray because I just wanted to watch a couple matches with the sound, like that sound, and I forgot even like the opener, Danny and Christian, which got no votes.
That match is so
really good wrestling match, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
That's one of Danny's best matches, and like people forget about it because he didn't win the belt.
Because he didn't win,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
We
which
were
I
all
get.
convinced he was going to win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I thought he was going to win the building. I was really upset about it. So
He's the first guy through the curtain on the main card of that show.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty nuts. 2 years ago. It feels like a lifetime ago in that regard,
he's
I'll be honest.
in a very different spot back then.
He is. Thank you, Riley. It's a tough business on family. It's a roller coaster. You guys keep riding a wave. Darren has been a member for 18 months. Says, I'm going to Revolution on Sunday. Hell yeah. Have fun, brother. Forgot to my ballot in, but excited to see where Mox and Cope lands. I don't think it's going to be there, but Caden, you're in the same boat here as Darren. You didn't get your ballot in, but you're going to be updating us through the night, correct?
Yes. I was thinking about how I was going to handle this. My plan is I've made my top 5 lists. And as we go through the night, as we talk about a match that is on the list, I will say, hey, This is my number 3 match
It's good.
or whatever. We'll do that.
Fair thing to do. I mean, I think overall, I was going to do that too, to be honest. And I got my ballot in.
All right.
So.
Well, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Thank you, Darren. Have fun, mate. Kian, super chat. I'm unfortunately a victim of hype moments and aura after that Randy turn. Everyone is well. Listen, Randy Orton is one of the great heel characters of his generation. If he turns heel and he means it, he's going to make it happen. He's going to make it good. You know, my concern about him being a heel is what it means for the match, because I think Randy at this point is better off selling and being a babyface. I'm concerned about him taking a 10-minute control segment in the main event of WrestleMania in 2026, because him doing that 15 years ago was challenging, and it's, you know, that was what worries. But the angle, I don't think that's a matter of hype moments and aura. I think it's a matter of Randy Orton being a great heel character. Plain and simple, if you ask me. I need to check the angle out. Thank you, Kian. Thank you very, very much. June has been a member for 6 months and says, can't wait for friend of the show and young Donny's favourite wrestler, MJF, to get number 1 with the Danielson Iron Man match. We shall see. But he is indeed Donny's favourite wrestler. Buster, he wouldn't stop talking about it the other day, would he? Like, you just kept going, I love Max. I love him.
Yeah, we were like, we got to move on, bro.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
We're in Discord, and he turned his camera on, run over to the wall and pulled down all the Cena stuff and just put up like a big Burberry scarf. On
He put up an MJF fat head.
That was that was a lot. Yeah.
And then he dropped to his knees, fucking put both hands together and said, all hail. It was really weird, dude.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
I don't know what that was about.
Why was that so funny, the idea of Donny doing that? If you just said Caden did that, I'd go, yeah, that's funny. But the idea of Donny doing that is sensational. I don't know. The delivery.
Donny kneeling in front of a fucking fathead is incredible.
But the delivery would have been really earnest, I feel.
Yeah.
That's funny. Thank you, Jen. Showdown Spurs. Nobi falls on opera and ballet. We actually were talking about this.
We actually were talking about this.
Yeah. Go for it.
Here's actually the funny part. I'm going to a ballet. I'm actually going to one in April.
Performative.
Or May. So
he got asked the question. He answers the question.
I'm answering because I'm going now. Yeah, man. Not the best way to word what he was getting at, but I understood what he was getting at. It was just like, bro, we can't do Oscars in March ever again. We can't do it anymore. This course is really bad.
Yeah, people are getting really fired up, it seems, from what I can see.
It's really bad, Joe. What the fuck?
What was that?
Why did Greek like that?
Thank you, Chi-Town.
Caden calling in from the fucking rig.
Robbo has been a member for 18 months. Says much love to the Grin. Year and a half with some Nakanishi.
Hell yeah.
The chat to
You're so fucking glad you're here for a year and a half.
That's awesome, dude. Year and a half. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Dude, year and a half? That's crazy.
August 2024, boys. LNG Gold.
Oh my god.
Are we doing anything for 2 years? 24-hour stream.
So, in the last hour, I was thinking about that exact thing. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I was like, we did it August last year. I was like, maybe by then we'll have the juice to do it again. Maybe we'll see.
I could do it again, probably.
I could probably do it again. Yeah,
I can do it again. I'm not doing full 24.
That's fair.
It's a brutal shift, but it feels really worth it when you see
the
way the grid has come out for it. That's the coolest thing we've ever done on this platform. Legit. So.
Yeah, the morning shift was one of the most fun times I've ever had.
Are you sure it wasn't the tier list that we did on the show?
Oh, bro.
The other day in the Discord, I said that the animals we could beat in a fight tier list is one of the best things we ever did as a platform.
It is
very offended.
That was a great segment, and we all made very good points, except for Caden, who claimed that he could beat a cheetah. That was his problem.
All you have to do is outlast. They don't have good endurance. I don't know how many times I have to say it.
It's happening again.
It's just a bad endurance.
It's really not.
Thank you, Robo.
Run it. A cheetah.
Thank you, Robo. Our friend Fahad back again says our match tomorrow has a floor of 4 3/4. Tremendous, I agree. When Fahad says our or we, he's talking about Andy, our Idolo.
Oh, okay.
And
scared me.
Most wrestling matches, I really mean this, because I didn't preview the show last night. I did bits, but like most wrestling matches nowadays, when people do the thing about it's just lock it in. It's a classic. Lock it in. I go, please, Christ, get a grip. This one, if this match isn't great, I actually will be stunned, and I'm never that guy.
Yeah, me too.
This has every ingredient, doesn't it?
This is rare. It's rare where like you see a match and there's no world where you can like possibly conceive it's like even just like okay.
Yeah.
The baseline for this match is good. That is the absolute baseline.
Yeah. You're LA too. The crowd's gonna be red hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like
You do hate to be those guys, but bro, it's got a 4-star seal, like floor. I mean,
It
Yeah,
does. The only
Easily.
X factor, I suppose, is Bandito being rusty. Right, that's the only X factor. Other than that, this is like,
I guess.
Come on.
Yeah. How long has it been since he wrestled?
I guess a couple months. Right?
well, here,
Really?
like,
Maybe
bro,
I'm wrong, I don't know.
Bandito came back from the injury off the like Jericho thing, and he looked like incredible right away.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like he's so good, and
It's been
Yeah.
like a month and a half.
yeah. I mean,
He wrestled yesterday though.
I'll be stunned if it's not incredible. Like
Yeah.
stunned.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll genuinely be shocked if at least one person on the show doesn't go that was a 5-star match. I'll be a little
Yeah.
shocked about that.
The other thing too is they have so many different like lanes they can go stylistically. Like they could do a slugfest. They could
Yeah.
do high spots. They
What's
could
your
do everything. They could do a
preferred? What's your
classic.
preferred?
I
Joe?
think they could do all
you
of
could
those
pick.
things as
All
well.
of it,
Like,
a little bit, all of it. Like the match that Bandito had with Hechicero, where it was like a real main event. They did a little bit of everything. I think they could
Yep.
do it with Andrade.
Easily.
for sure.
And it's obviously a bigger room, and yeah,
LA's gonna be so excited. Andrade's so goddamn over, and so is Bandito. They're
Yeah.
gonna be so excited. That match, like, I'd tease it honestly, like maybe first. I'd just say fuck it, boys, do your thing.
the only match I would go for first, because I think it needs it, is Chris and Tekkla's 2 out of 3 falls. But I would
Yeah,
go
I would
early
agree.
for sure. I would, because I just worry about that match if it goes late. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with you. That'd be incredible at start, folks. There's over 80 grinners in the building. I know some of our friends from Self-Made are here. If you can,
Yeah.
please like the stream. It helps us out a lot. We're about to dive into our list here. Before we do, thank you again to Fahad. A couple last super chats. Rollbacks and super chat and said, "Shout Revolution 2023, my first AEW show."
Hell
There
yeah.
was a lot of this as people send their ballots in. Their first shows, live shows, or just watching from home, being Revolution is actually a really common thing. And I guess the reason is what we talked about earlier. Longer build, it feels like a big deal. The casual fan goes, let me have a look at it. And then they
Yeah.
become a not so casual fan and they're watching the late night Grin. So thank you, Rollback, very, very much. Hopefully we'll bring back some good memories tonight. Appreciate the support. Our friend Matt, LK. Matt sees, I didn't want to fade him there, my bad. Anyways, Matt, he's been a member for 13 months. There's any from this Sunday that will get top 5 votes. I think the safest bet is the one we just talked about.
Yeah.
I think Max and Hangman is going to split bill with the people that love it are going to really love it.
I think FTR Young Bucks has a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
That's honestly the only one.
I'm gonna look at this card because I want to make sure
Yeah,
that I'm
and
missing
let's
any.
be clear, there's a lot of matches that could be great, but
Yeah.
this is a lot of great matches in the catalog. It's hard to crack the top 5.
Yeah, I'd probably go the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a great floor. I think the 6-man tag, Darby,
Fun.
Cassidy,
It's gonna
and
be awesome.
Roddy
It'll be
versus
awesome.
the Dogs.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sneaky. Like people are gonna go, whoa.
That'll be one of those matches that, like, in 6 months, people go, low-key, best match on Revolution.
Yeah, definitely.
Me with fucking Roddy and Kyle
There you
O'Reilly
go.
Dynasty.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I don't know about you fellas, but I think we should dive in.
Let's fucking do it.
I'm
Especially
ready.
if everyone
Question.
smashed the like button, especially. What's up?
It's only going to make sense to us. Why is the time and the number on the
Dude,
top right? It's
It's
pissing
been
me
doing
off.
this recently. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. I
Well,
don't
what's
know
the
how we
problem?
move it.
So the live thing where it shows how long the stream's been and also like the number of people
Oh.
watching, it's on the right side of the screen. Anyways, let's move
It's
on.
weird. Yeah, I don't know.
It's usually on the left, isn't it?
Let me see if I can
Okay.
find it.
Okay, done in the stream.
Try not to.
For again, just to stress how we did this, we asked the Grinners on Discord and on Twitter for their top 5 Revolution matches ever. We then tallied those all up. We had a range of answers. I think we had maybe 30 matches get like a one
Hell
vote,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
which is hilarious.
Makes sense.
And we wheel it down to our top 15. I'll do honorable mentions at the end, so there's no, sometimes I like there being matches that are left off and you're waiting for them to show up. I think that's
Yeah.
fun. So, with that in mind, number 15, let's get rolling. We are headed back just 1 year, fittingly, to the matchup that's going to be closing Sunday's show. We kick off our list with MJF and Hangman Adam Page, a match that is quietly pivotal to everything that's happened since, right? I think it's like, it's in your face in terms of the build, but I think a lot of people, because there's so much on that show, have forgotten how big a deal that was. MJF entered the match after the Jeff Jarrett situation, the saga with Double J. Hangman was kind of floating around as a heel. He turns babyface. He beats MJF, hits a vicious Angel's Wings along the way. I remember us losing our mind for that on the Grin Along. And it sneaks in here at 15. It was a tremendous opener. And 1 year later, Novi, that's pretty fitting, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of where this all traces back to.
Yeah, I think back to the graphics that were posted a couple times, the Max and Hangman's head, and then it reversed, and now they're face to face again. That whole trilogy of matches are, just graphics. I remember really thinking that was the right opener to go with. I remember the build up. I was really excited about that one over anything else because it was just it was just the way they teased the match. It was the way that Max's character was fucking with Hangman. It was actually you could just tell there was some substance there. It was the first time there was some substance on the show, and I think a minute at this point. I remember just being really moved by it. I don't love any of their pairings, so that's why I think 15 is probably the right spot if it's going to be on the list. But I think it is rock solid.
Yes, indeed. Caden Lee, are you surprised it's made it onto the list? And do you have any memories of this one from last year?
I remember quite enjoying it. Hangman basically killing Maxwell Jacob, as we talked about last night, Joe. I am a little bit shocked just because I feel like over the last year, that match has kind of gotten a little bit lost in the shuffle with how many other things happened. But also with this having, with them having a rematch, having their third match being on this pay-per-view, and their third match in the last year taking place on this pay-per-view, it kind of makes sense that it got back into people's minds, and I think that plays a role. I think if we had done this list maybe 3 months ago before the feud got reignited, I wonder if it's a different situation.
And it does have to be stressed because of the way Revolution is. There are a couple matches that run a lot of people's lists, right? I mean, I'm not spoiling anything. I think you can kind of guess the ones I'm thinking of. As a result, some of these bottom ones are ones that only needed 3 or 4 ballots. If they came in high on those ballots, they could sneak into the top 15. Yeah. This was a result of that. But I'm glad to get some representation here nonetheless. Our friend Marcus in the chat will be live with us tomorrow for Collision.
This is a great point. I remember talking about this at the time, too, because it was just it was one of those pairings, and there's very few of them that were left at the time, and everyone was it's finally here, and that excitement built up so much.
Absolutely, Marcus. Just to explain for our listeners, still amazed me they held off on them probably feuding for so long, but in the context of where the company was, it was pivotal to where they are now. Couldn't agree more. Colliders Unite here tomorrow. Marcus will be joining us. Buster, how you feeling on this at 15, mate?
I am a little surprised that it made it, but it is an awesome match. I think it's it shows the attachment that fans have to these wrestlers as AEW wrestlers, because both day one, they kind of, even just from that first what show was it? The first Dynamite Diamond Ring, Double or Nothing.
I don't know. Good.
Maybe
the first Dynamite Diamond Ring would have been. It wasn't a branded show. It was just a Dynamite.
Oh, okay. Well.
Oh wow.
Cook me. Never mind.
More on alert over here.
Fed Mecha Buster.
But
more on middle left.
All right.
The
most significant thing about this match to me is that this is the moment where they it's the moment that I think in a lot of fans' eyes made it to be maybe Hangman should be the one to beat Mox, It kind of started the trajectory of Hangman dethroning him.
Yeah, bro.
How'd
that turn out?
Indeed.
Good. He won the match.
Yeah,
idiot.
he did.
It worked out well.
Yeah. He did.
I got to meet my friend Novi and you actually.
Yeah, but his was a fake meetup.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
He stole a chair. Okay,
stole a chair.
Hangman. Yeah.
Shout out Hangman's wife.
Folks, we are a mere 26.
You can't just say things like that.
A mere
she
26.
gave me the chair. It's a known story.
Shut up.
It's not a known story at all because people are not that aware of the lore of your All-In, I can promise you. But nonetheless,
okay.
Your 80 Grinners here, they're 26 smashings the like button. Can we, all right.
Get it together.
Yeah. Hangman and Max kicking us off. Got a feeling both guys are going to come up a little later. Got a feeling. We'll see.
Oh, you think so, bro?
I just got a feeling. Look at the list. 14. 14, we're headed back 2 years. Novi was in attendance. North Carolina.
I was too.
Blackpool Combat Club.
Whoa.
Oh, no way.
What
Claudio
a crazy
Castagnoli.
pull.
Let's fucking go.
John Moxley. Just as our guys at Self-Made get here. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Taking on Dax and Cash, FTR. This is our number 14. According to the Grinners, don't blame me. I'm innocent. This was very polarizing.
I fucking love this match. It wasn't on my list, but I love this match.
This was on 3 ballots. and I believe it had 2 like 1 or 2nd votes, and then 1 was at the end. This was very, very polarizing.
Yeah.
It was a longer FTR match, which always splits people. Dax gets busted open in the middle, and then it gets kind of nuts in the second half, and they do all sorts of chaos and lunacy. And you see it here. I mean, look at the chat exploding here.
Bro, it didn't go that long.
I think it was genuinely like 20.
Yeah, it was like I'm looking
It
at
was
that
20.
21 minutes.
Yeah.
Not that long.
Buster, you seem to be all in on this. You're happy it made it. Tell us.
I love this match. It was like a totally like it wasn't built up that much, and they just kind of went out there and had like a fucking rough and rugged match. Dax getting the blood rules. I mean, I think it's fucking sick. The crowd's kind of dead because it's after Roddy and Orange, but
Yeah,
I think
entrance.
yeah, exactly. The Mox and Claudio entrance as well. Like, I love this match. It's sick.
See, look at this. So you got awesome match. 18 minutes too long.
Okay. It would have been good if it was fucking 30
This
minutes
one,
too.
I just got a feeling this is AO. I don't know. I could be wrong. Just
Hard to say.
just some of the
Interesting.
close signals here. He says, "Found the match to be extremely poorly worked, but the BCC did all they could." Now again,
Prayers.
I mentioned this on Hangman with Hole, but AO knows how much I love doing they did all they could about a fave when they have a shitty match. So he
Yeah.
knows what he's doing here, and I respect it. I have no choice to. And then look at this right after. Love this match. Thought it ruled. Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting one. Clearly, it split people. It is what it is. I watched it last night for the first time since it aired. I really liked the match. I did forget how nuts it got in the second half.
It does get a little wild.
Like, they do, like, so much stuff in the second half that no one has recollection of because of how much happens on that show. Like, big false finishes, crazy combinations. They come out with the Road Warriors deal on, Mox and Claudio, that is. All sorts of business going on here. Dax's blade job is a beauty. What's up, Buster?
I'm reading your review now.
Yeah. I really loved the match. I watched it yesterday.
4 1/4.
And I spoke to, Caden knows the bit here, but nonetheless, after watching the match, I wanted to get an idea. I spoke to our friend Dax the Axe, and he was talking about how the first half they wanted to have a traditional like build up, you know, and that's why they kind of it's very very conventional in the first half of that match because it's a slow build, and then boom, blood, and then suddenly it's fucking chaos. So it was cool to get a little look into the process. And I think it's a worthy top 15. It's at 14, so it's not, it's not like it was in the top 10 or anything. But look, it's just fascinating seeing how different.
This is propaganda immediately.
I mean, I didn't vote on this one. I just left this. Like, it's maths, isn't it? I mean, I can't. Dax didn't send a ballot in. I wish he did, but it would have been 12 then, I think, but he didn't. Nonetheless, Novi. Anything on this one, mate?
I just remember getting really excited about the second half, like being pretty tired, tuckered out a little bit, and then they just started doing shit, like you said. So I was like, I don't know, worthy 14. I get why it's so polarizing though, because it is kind of a tale of two halves of a match, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And I think this is also a stretch of both teams' careers where they were kind of splitting people. Like I think FTR at this point, they've post their title reign, people were kind of like getting like they wanted to see them be heels again. BCC, this is when they're just like floating around, right? So
this is like peak BCC, like doesn't know if they're heel or face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You could see just in our chat one extreme or the other for this one. Caden, which side are you on?
I'm more in the middle. I think it is fine. I don't have any major issues with it. I do think it doesn't really. I don't think it should be on this list. I think Mox and Hangman is much better.
Whoa,
Much better. Okay.
Or not Mox and Hangman. Hangman and Maxwell. Same thing.
Oh,
I think it's much better. Well, let's talk about Mox.
I think I gave him the same rating, Buster.
But
I don't know if you're on Cage match or no. I think I give him the same rating in those matches. So.
I gave these the
Caden,
same rating.
Oh, let me see.
I think I probably would have it around like maybe 3 1/4, 3.5. It was fine.
Wow, Caden Lee's star rating drop. Let's get it.
Wrong,
Right.
Joe.
What did I give?
You gave VCC and FTR 4 1/4. You gave Max and Hangman 3 3/4.
Peace, mate. Peace, mate.
God.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Every time of your life, bro.
No, don't read my review. That's
Okay.
fine. All right. Can we talk about how great it is that I set up to Caden? Like, one extreme or the other, Caden. Which team are you on? And he went, 3.25 is fine.
Not moved. It's okay.
We're staying in the tag team domain at 13, but it is a very different match we're headed to because we are getting a little bit cinematic, boys.
Oh,
Sting's first AEW match as he and Darby Allin take on Team Taz.
Whoa.
Revolution 2021 Street Fight.
I'm
I
surprised
will
this is on
concede
there.
I was stunned this made it.
That's crazy.
I thought this was like fun. It never registered like that beyond that for me personally. But it was different, right? And so like it is, I get it's like it's the only match like this in their whole catalog of Revolution, right? I mean, unless I'm forgetting something. I mean, it's pretty nutty. And Darby does some crazy shit. Caden, are you surprised? Because I was a little surprised, I gotta be honest.
I feel like this is like kind of cheating because it is a cinematic. It's not like an actual like it's a match, but it's not a real match. They basically just beat each other up in a warehouse.
Some of them are real matches. It's fake.
Yeah, but like it feels like a different. It's like the Boneyard. Like it's just a different thing altogether. I am
Sure, for
very
the Boneyard?
shocked. I love the Boneyard match. Great match. Shout out the Good Brothers. I am very shocked that this made it on the list. When I was looking down at the list of Revolution matches, I saw that. I went, oh yeah, I remember that being fun. But that was really kind of like all it was for me. I like cinematic matches. I just don't have. I think it's mainly because I just think back to that era and go, oh fuck, and it was just like more than anything, those matches remind me of how much I hated COVID. So it leads to me not really liking it.
I get that. Someone asked about it's on like 5 ballots, I think. In like the second half of all those ballots. So I'm wondering, I'm intrigued, and I'm intrigued what the chat kind of makes of this. What do we think, Novi? Is this a case of just like people remember seeing Sting back doing stuff and thinking it was cool? Because I mean, it was cool, to be fair.
Well, I think Caden thinking back to that era of the COVID Dynamites and stuff like that, and thinking like, well, they're very fun. But during the time, they're pretty fucking fun. Like it was kind of beast mode to be in that little arena for just stretches of time. And I remember the stories of the time not even being that bad, and this one being like kind of a lot of fun. But it is kind of a surprising pick, especially at 13. To be honest with you, I guess it's kind of just like more ballots than the others. But I mean, I'm there for it. I think
it's just a case of like because of the style this had, the presentation this had, I should say. It was like so different that if you fuck with it, you really, really fuck with it, right? Like it's something you would remember, I guess, Bus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I think I haven't seen it since it aired because I don't watch Pandemic Wrestling, but my prevailing opinion after the match really was like, I mean, it's cool to see Sting back, but that sucked.
Really?
I don't like it very much.
So I actually kind of agree with this. I remember this match happening, but if you to ask me Sting's first AEW match, I always think of the Ethan and Sculpt. Dude, that match, I think, is one of the most underrated AEW matches. It's at Daly's in front of that crowd, which is one of the great crowds in the history of wrestling, I would go as far as say. They're so happy to see fucking wrestling. And Sting, that's the only time he wears the real Sting gear, bro. He doesn't have a shirt over the top of it. He's actually dressed like Sting.
Well, no, he did it in the Daly's place one where he got powerbombed off the stage by Hobbs.
Does he really?
Mm-hmm.
It was unnecessary what he did there.
Or maybe it's not that one, but I know he did it at Daly's place at one point.
That one is at Daly's place, honey.
No, I mean, no. Didn't he do it when he's like fires up on 2.0 or whatever?
I don't know. Now we're in
he
a
does it at some point wrong.
Nonetheless,
he might do it in the 2.0 match later that year.
Interesting.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Based on how this has gone since, I think you can let it slide. Really, I know. I have a lot of fond memories of a lot of COVID match because of Escape. I think
that's exactly what I was talking about.
And I think, to be honest, AEW formed a really strong connection with its fans coming.
That's when I started watching AEW. Is around that time, to be honest with you. I love that era a little bit because I remember just spamming BT every week and being really happy about it.
Do you remember the video they did before they went back on the road where they did like a big dramatic WWF Attitude style video about all the great moments? And it was crazy, man. There was so much that happened in that time.
I want Joe, the only other thing for me to add on this, I wonder if Marcus, the same thing happened in his section. Because me and Marcus were there at that Revolution show and that small little pod crowd. Yeah. And they did not, going into this show, they didn't advertise this was a cinematic match. Mm-hmm. It was just on the card. And like it was kind of like, oh, they might just do cinematic, but we had no idea. And there were multiple people around me who audibly like yelled and booed when they cut to the video because they thought they were there to see Sting wrestle.
I mean, I get it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
they probably just went, these guys are going to wrestling in a pandemic. Fuck them. But nonetheless, imagine they did. Imagine that
We
was the
don't cater
entire
to
night.
losers.
Yeah. Who cares, bro? There's a global pandemic on. All right, folks. Up next, we're headed to 2023. 2023.
I was vaxxed by that point.
All right, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Maybe. Actually, I might not have been. I don't know.
World Trios titles. The Young Bucks are going to become familiar on this program, and they are immediately entering the fray here in at 12. Revolution 2023. They take on the House of Black alongside Kenny by God Omega. Now, this is one of those matches, folks, that people absolutely will not remember because the House of Black's run is just,
It's nuts.
Yeah.
huh. This match is awesome.
Bro, it's one of the few nights where you actually got to see House of Black
Magic.
actually actually be House of Black. The fucking finish where Nick Jackson goes for the moonsault, Malachi Black catches him with, or is it Blake or not?
Whoa. Where's Blake?
Jesus.
Buddy Murphy. Whatever his fucking name is now.
Bud Matt.
Buddy Matthews, thank you. He gets him with the fucking knee. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so cool, dude.
This match
It's
is
so sick.
incredible, man.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's maybe the best Malachi Black AEW performance.
Maybe.
It is
Yeah.
his best.
Yeah, I think it is.
And
I
you
guess
get some.
the cage match is the only other one that could be like.
Yeah, but he's just really funny in that match.
Yeah,
Do you remember-
true.
Do you remember they made like a big deal about they have a lot of fun with the Kenny Buddy stuff in this match too? It's very, very fun. Very, very fun indeed. Caden, I think this could have. I actually think this on merit could have slid in the top 10, but there's a lot of heavy hitters ahead. It's a hell of a match.
Yeah, it's time to take a look over at my list as this is my number 5 on my top 5 Revolution matches. I love this match. Every time I rewatch it, I get reminded about how great it is because that show, that Revolution 2023 show, and I think we're going to see 2 more matches coming up later from that, has just an incredible top 3 that helps make that show like as good as it was. Because that had we talk about Revolution being like a really good build going in. The build to that Revolution was awful. And the build to this match was not particularly great either. Because you're coming off of the best of 7, and it's just kind of like the Elite were in such a weird spot at this point. And I don't remember like much else that they do in 2023 aside from this. And like they do the feud with the BCC, but like that's not very good either.
Yeah,
like, this is like they have a handful of really good matches, and this is one of them. This match is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It rules. I'm glad that it got love, and it's one of those ones that I hope as time goes on it doesn't get lost because of how weird the House of Black's run in AEW ended up being. And like with Brody becoming kind of a top guy, I think there's a chance that this could get even more lost in the shuffle.
Where was this on your list?
Number 5.
Same.
There you go.
Whoa.
Very, very strong. Nobi,
We
some
might have-
rep here.
We might have done that together because it's also 5 on my list.
Holy moly!
Oh baby!
Oh, I didn't even notice that when I was doing the
Yeah.
results.
I
Alright,
think
fair
this
enough.
match is awesome. It's very like this to me is very dudes rock. Like
Mhm.
guys just kind of balling out, working as hard as they fucking can.
It's Dudes Rock, but kind of like the liberal edition, kind of.
Yeah, but like a good,
Yeah.
but like good liberal. You know what I mean? It's good
Yeah.
liberal graps.
It's not Dudes Rock in like a Scott Norton way.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
it's
different,
like-
very
Kind
different.
of like socialist dudes rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's
You
very
liked it?
it's very Mamdani coded. This match, we'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this thing. I'm kind of a mark for House of Black at this time. I just
Same.
love the aesthetic. So
How about the
I mean, it's
shirt?
obviously going to capture me. Yeah.
Good stuff. Riley's super chat and said, I don't know if buy-in Revolution, we absolutely all count those, so I should stress that moving forward. But for any, future one of these pre-shows count.
Oh my god, I
Um,
forgot about that. Fucking Redbeard in that match is like
Yeah, that
Messiah.
match is
That-
awesome.
Is an incredible Oracle moment. They announced this match, we're like, what the fuck is Red Beard doing?
Yeah, and he goes,
Oracle
"Oh
just
baby."
He goes, everyone's fucking good, bro. He's fucking good. And he was awesome in that match, to be fair, but Oracle was so serious about it. We were like, what is this about? And he goes, bro, everyone's fucking good. Seriously, he's fucking good. It popped me huge. Thank you, Riley. That's a very, very fun match and a nice one to shout out. Nice to show some love to the pre-shows, of which AEW has some sneaky hits on those, for sure. Kenny Omega is remaining under the spotlight on our list, boys. As in at 11, we're going back just a year. Konosuke Takeshita. I remember this being like a big conversation coming out. This is one of the more pronounced Kenny veteran matches, I would say. And as a result, it really, really split people because some people were like, oh, that wasn't what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I remember thinking this match was awesome. I remember thinking I remember liking it a lot more than the cage match on that show. Not everyone was as firm on it, so we'll see what you guys thought. I'm intrigued. Immediately in the chat, we're seeing some differing views. Novi, here at 11, what do you think? Fair or unfair?
I like this match significantly more than the cage match as well. I think this match is awesome. It's not on my top 5 because there's a lot of fucking good Revolution matches, but I think Kenny gives one of the most ethical old man performances that you could possibly give in this one. And it's kind of the last time I sincerely remember going, holy fuck, I love watching like Takeshita wrestle. Cause like Kenny works him into a very specific style. And I remember Brainbuster talking about it before this match. He was like, it has to look this exact way. And it came out this exact way. Like, cause they're kind of working over Kenny's like limbs and his gut, obviously. And I just remember just feeling very satisfied after. I said, that's very, again, ethical.
Yeah, I was very big on this too. This would it wouldn't have been a top 5 for me, but it would have made the top 10 for sure.
Absolutely, for me too.
Caden Lee, what do you think?
I remember at the time quite liking this. It's one where I just don't remember much about it, and so I think to like actually have a formed opinion, I need to go back. Those Grin-alongs, they end up being so long sometimes, and I just like some of the matches just kind of blend, and I forget about them a little bit. So that is one where like I just need to repeat it. But I remember at the time I liked it.
Buster, any strong feelings on this one, mate?
I do like the match. I think Novi is right that before the match, I was talking about how I don't want Kenny to go out there and just like try and have the match that we all know that we all think he's going to try and have. And I think they kind of struck a middle ground there where Kenny was still going for all that kind of stuff. And, like the bombastics and all the acrobatics and all that stuff. So I don't think I ended up liking it as much as I wanted to.
Right.
But I did think it was good. Like there's nothing offensive about this match to me.
Yeah.
It's good.
It heats up a lot at the end and does a lot more of that like acrobatic stuff.
Yeah.
And they do kind of lose track of the selling a little bit, that's like my one big knock on it. But like, I'm just kind of sold. It is quite long too. It didn't matter to me, but I understand like if anyone has like an issue with that kind of thing, because it is long.
Third to last on the show. So.
Yeah, it's in a weird spot.
28 minutes. It's over 28 minutes.
I remember thinking it was I was very impressed, and it didn't surprise me because it's Omega, but I was very impressed by how like they had a lot of stuff to follow on this show, and he just so casually was like, we'll be fine. We'll just tell our story and we'll get them.
Yeah.
And they did, didn't they?
And they got him by the end.
Yeah.
It took them some time too. I remember like in the first 10 minutes, the crowd is really cold because it's just like, they're just tired, but they just, it's Kenny, bro. They hook him.
But they did the right thing. Like, you don't have to rush. You're Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Just nice and slow, and they'll get with it. So yeah, Busty was very amused then for a moment.
Looking at this fucking card, they really main evented this fucking show with John Moxley versus Christian Cage versus Cope.
Yeah, that was a crazy moment.
Crazy.
They actually did that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Crazy.
Chrissy, it's not real. It was Mox and Cope.
Bad, bro.
Yeah. No, Buster's
Oh
right.
yeah, but still,
Buster's
That's
like
fucking
technically
crazy.
right, but yes.
Yeah.
no, yeah, I forgot that it's listed. It lists
'Cause they do
Christian Cage's
the-
cash in, but
Yeah, because they do that fucking shit ass cash in, so that
Bro.
way Cope doesn't have to take the
to
pin.
be more accurate and even more correct, in my opinion, John Mox versus fucking Cope
Yeah.
is insane.
Bro, since
Yeah,
since we're here-
honestly, just having Cope be like just a singles match makes
Yeah.
it seem so much worse. Than
That
if
match
Chrissy
would
was
have
in that
been
too.
better if it was a triple threat.
Yeah, significantly.
Bro, since we're even talking about it, I remember like my partner was at the show and she was like, the vibes in the arena were crazy during this match. Like crazy. Because she's like, I've never seen anything like it in any venue. It's bonkers.
I remember vividly. We'll move on after this because it's about stuff.
I have
good
one
on
more
the
thing,
shows.
sorry.
But okay, you do the one more thing.
Marcus says they had 2 great options to main event. I think they had 4. Ospreay and Fletcher. I didn't like it that much, but like
It
for
could
the live
easily main
crowd,
evented.
obviously.
Yeah.
Kenny and Takeshita,
Hollywood ending.
Tony Storm and Mariah May,
Yeah,
and then Okada versus Brody King.
that was a controversial one.
I debated.
Joe.
I
Hey,
debated
Joe.
throwing Okada Brody King as my number 5 just
No
to
reason
fuck with
for
Joe.
However, I like that match, to be clear for anyone who doesn't know the law, but nonetheless, I do remember vividly in Cope and Mox them trading forearms at the first bell and just being dead silent and go, oh my god, this is going to be a tough night. All right, there we go. Number 11. We're into the top 10, folks. If you haven't already, please smash the like button, all that good stuff. We're sticking in 2025, and we are going to this one a lot earlier than most would expect, I think.
Uh-oh.
It just came up, though. We're heading to the steel cage, boys. Fletcher and Ospreay, 1 year ago. This, we've talked about, these bottom ones here, making up the rest of the list. We've talked about, this one was kind of split people. This one was like a fist fight on socials, bro. This was a
was, yeah.
serious ordeal.
Where is this at on the list?
This is 10.
Ooh.
So,
I can respect that.
this one was, the first half of this, I remember thinking was incredible.
Yeah.
And I remember losing love for it after Mark Davis run in. I still thought it was very good. Like, I remember I did star ratings, but I think it was like 3 3/4 or something. But,
Bro, do you remember on the Grin Along, Joe? We were all like, we all collectively decided, we said, they have to end it soon with these pinfalls. And they just kept kicking out.
Just kept going.
Just kept going and kept going. Unbelievable.
but
I
they
thought
do so much fucking insane beast shit. In
It
this,
does
though,
kind
dude.
of loop around at the end a little bit.
The Spanish Fly is legitimately
It's
one of
insane.
the most insane spots I've ever seen. Like, Matt said the same thing, one of the scariest spots. That's exactly where I'm at. Like, it was nuts, wasn't it? Match was
You
absolutely
gave it
crazy.
4.
I gave it 4 stars. There you go. So I thought the match was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in the first half it was incredible, and then the second half it was like deeply distressing. But I kind of left it all going fair play.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Buster? Assuming this went in your top 5.
No, it wasn't. I'm not as like violently fucking angry about this match as a lot of people are. Like, would it have been better if they cut off 5 minutes? Maybe. Sure.
Right.
But like
15.
it was never gonna be that. Like, look at the names in the match. They're like Will thinks so much of Kyle, and Kyle at this point is like trying to prove himself. They're gonna go all out and just do whatever the fuck they can to, make this match insane. And they did that. So
Yeah.
props
And it
to
rocked
them.
the house, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
definitely
didn't
rocked
it
the
didn't do
house.
much for me past the Mark Davis arrival, but
Yeah. It was crazy that Mark Davis was involved. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
but-
I know you have it start here. The Styles Clash ball sack tag spot is
Yeah.
unbelievable. They get
Yeah.
I forget how crazy they get, honestly.
yes,
They go
it's
up to
nuts.
that fucking. You know how that match starts too? I remember like immediately falling in love with it because they like do the stare off across the top of the cage.
I thought that was so fucking gay.
I thought it
lame.
was awesome. I don't know, bro. I was like, it's kind of like dorky, but like in their kind of way. So
Like,
I
I
was
think-
it.
The peak of that in terms of me being able to like accept it was the fucking Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson taking the elbow pad off, like that shit.
That was fucking awesome.
That is,
That was cool.
I can accept that. These two fuckers standing at the top of the cage staring at each other. What are you gonna do from there?
It was
Or
it was
a farm,
It was
obviously.
a cool visual. It was a photo op,
I guess. Shout out JJ. I don't know if you got a picture.
It
of
was.
Shout out
I hope
JJ.
so. Yeah, very very interesting. Novi, which side are you on this, mate? Anything else?
I think I've made my stance for it. It honestly wouldn't sniff my top 15, but if it was like
Whoa.
it was half of the match, then
Beast mode.
I'd give it maybe top 10.
First, it wouldn't. The chat is pretty aggressive right now.
It wouldn't, bro.
Calls it
It's just,
self-masturbatory.
it's
Yeah.
just really. I remember after it finished, and I was just like, ooh, I had to take a breath. I think I got up, got some water. Like, it's really aggressive.
Oh my god, Ospreay did do that fucking dubstep intro thing too.
This
Jesus.
This is an incredible.
Oh,
comment.
that shit was terrible.
The-
Devastating
vibes are
is an
awful.
amazing way to describe his entrance. Interesting. Caden Lee, what do you think?
This was one of the funnier Grin Along experiences because as this goes on, I'm still having a hell of a time, and I just watch everybody just slowly go, Fuck.
Bro,
Yeah.
Oracle on that show is so funny.
He Oracle fucking hated this. I had to sit there and just like bite. I just didn't say anything because I had a great time and I loved it. And then
It is a
everyone-
very Caden Lee match, and I mean that like with
Yes.
true sincerity, like in a good way.
Yeah, it very much is. I think
don't
it's
wanna be
awesome.
mean.
It's not in my top 5. It's probably in my top 10. I think 10's like a fairly decent spot for it,
Yeah, I
especially
actually
with
like it for it. Yeah.
how divisive the match is.
Yeah.
But I think it fucking rules.
You got to cater to the woke crowd sometimes. Top 10's fine.
It was.
Okay.
I think it was pretty beast, to be honest. Pretty beast. All right, let's get rolling here, folks. Let's keep it rolling. That match made my dad irrationally angry. We're going back again to Greensboro,
Greenback.
2024. Bryan Danielson, Eddie Kingston, in at 9. This became a familiar pairing. They first wrestled at the end of 2021 to set up the CM Punk Eddie Kingston match, one of the best 20 minutes of television AEW's ever produced.
Mm-hmm.
They then had a handful of matches. They did the C2, right, and they had some stuff coming out of that. And this was the end of the story, as far as I recall. The whole thing about King of the Bums and all that good stuff, and
Yep.
Eddie
Yes.
Kingston emerging a winner at last, and kind of in some ways this felt like a more of a crowning achievement than actually winning the belts did at World's End. So yeah, I remember loving this match at the time. I didn't have a chance to rewatch it. I remember thinking it was fucking awesome at the time. I don't think it's my favorite Bryan and Eddie match. I think their first TV match is their best match, personally. But all of their matches are really good, and I thought this was no different. No, but I think it's a worthy match here for our top 10.
Yeah, no doubt. This match is like, I think it kind of people lose track of it because of how like the results panned out with Eddie and the belts and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and where Bryan would go on from there. But like the moment in the building was so special. Their chemistry is unbelievable. This is like, it's the most tolerable Eddie King's Road has ever been. Is this match like? I had a really great time watching this one, and I wouldn't say it's not my favorite on the show, but it's probably number 2, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I remember thinking this was incredible at the time. Buster, what do you recall from this one?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, not a lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I remember liking it, but not like I think they face off in the semis, right? For the C2, the second time.
Yeah, they wrestle in the blocks and then they wrestle in the semis, I think.
The semis match is like
Yeah,
that's their best match in my opinion. I know they wrestled on Collision one time before that,
yeah.
but I like that match more than I like this one. I know that. I don't have a lot of insight on this match, unfortunately. I just don't remember
Yeah.
it very much. I don't know why.
This was one the crowd fucking loved, Novi, right? This was a...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This might be the first time I saw Bryan wrestle live, so I remember being really excited about that.
That's always magic.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. The first time I saw Bryan live as like an adult with a brain was the ROH show. The fucking with like 200 people in the crowd or whatever. It was
Oh,
the
yeah.
BCC versus
Oh, yeah.
That match is
Without
PCR
Honor.
versus Go. The match rules.
Yeah.
Dead silence.
Um,
I screamed, "Get him, drag," and everyone laughed at me. Fuck you.
Yeah, I giggled.
You got him, bro. Caden, what do you think of this
Yeah.
one, mate?
I agree with Buster that I prefer. I was there for this match and their semifinals match. I prefer the semifinals match a little bit over this, but I do remember really liking it. It's probably like out of those, I think it's just because of where it was in Revolution. It's the second match on the show. I think it ends up being probably their most forgettable match, but that doesn't mean that it's still not fucking awesome and it rules. It's on my list of like matches this year that I want to go back and take another look at because I haven't watched it again. But yeah, it's cool. I like the story of it. It does do a really good job of like taking everything full circle between Eddie and Bryan, and it finished everything off in a very, very satisfying way with those two.
I definitely think there's truth to, like, it is a match that feels different knowing how little was following this for Eddie as like a top
Yeah.
guy.
Definitely.
He drops the belt like a month later and then gets injured, and like, you know, with love and respect, I'm glad he's active, but I don't think Eddie's ever going to get back to the heights of this, and that's fine.
No,
I never thought we'd make it this high, so I'm still happy it happened.
I don't
but,
even, dude, he loses the belt like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, and he lost it very, like... And I get why. Some must die so others can live. It's about, like, establishing Okada immediately.
Yeah.
But it was not particularly... That match was really disappointing, Okada.
The match
really
fucking sucks.
And that wasn't, like... We have fun with Okada's effort. That just wasn't a great night for either guy, to be honest. But neither guy was on, really, that night.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's an interesting one to look back on, but... At the end of the day, if you'd have told people 6 years ago that Eddie Kingston would have wrestled Bryan Danielson at Greensboro Coliseum and in a sellout and beat him, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, good one, bro. What drugs you're on, Alex? You know, that kind of deal." But nonetheless, as we keep it moving here, folks, we're headed to number 8, and we are sticking with the Mad King. Little Eddie Kingston double here in our top 10 because we're at 8. We're going back to 2022, opening match of 2022. I know it's a Buster favorite. Chris Jericho, Eddie Kingston.
Let's fucking go.
I think this is probably the best performance of Eddie's career. This match is awesome. It starts with the head drop, like Masawa and Quada.
It's fucking awesome.
There's like eye work in it. They beat the hell out of each other. Jericho is, you can tell, like visibly excited to do this fucking Kings Road cosplay of Eddie Kingston. I say that as a compliment. This match is a hoot. Buster, I know you're one of the high men on this. It's a hell of a time.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking... They... Like, it sets the tone for what is a fucking awesome show. And they do it in the most, like obviously I knew Eddie Kingston was is a Kings Road guy, but I wasn't expecting Jericho to follow along to this degree. Because he gets fucking killed instantly. And it's so stiff. Like, they just fucking go at it, dude. It's so good. It's not very long either. It's like fucking 12 minutes or some shit like that. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good.
It is. It's damn sure physical, Novi. I think it's a worthy one here. Actually, I think did a little higher in this community than it would elsewhere, to be honest. But a lot of good stuff in this one, Novi.
Yeah, I remember very little about this match, to be honest. It's been so long since I've actually watched it. But I do remember the Eddie Kingston pop, and I remember the head drop. And so for that reason, God bless 8 spot.
Eddie's got, over the years, he had this little niche where it was like, at one point he's the pre-show headline guy, and he gets a bit ready. And then on a couple shows, this one and the Chicago All Out with Miro, he opens the shows.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a tone setter, man. Like, crowds loved him so much. And, man, I think one of the defining AEW sounds is those Eddie chants back in the day. Yes, Buster?
Yeah.
All Out last year as well. Big Bill.
That was not the opener, but if it was, it would have been distressing. More than
Was it not?
No, it was FTR and Cope and Christian. Yeah.
Fucking loser.
Match
Bro
bad,
just fucking
that
owned
match
himself, bro. Yeah, as opposed to Big Bill and Eddie Kingston.
Matt B, bro. Watch the struggle.
Watch the struggle is excellent. Well played. Well played. Yeah, tremendous stuff. Caden, did I pitch to you on this?
No.
What do you think of this one, mate?
This was my number 6 match. I debated putting it in at number 5 over the trios. It's awesome. I'm shocked it made it in the list like this high, especially. I thought maybe it would have squeaked in like the top 15. Did not think it was going to get the top 10 because it's never talked about, especially with Jericho just like goes real down. Like, he has a decent 2022 towards the end when he starts like kind of doing the Ring of Honor stuff, but it's like the last like 3 months of it. Besides that, he has a bad 2022, bad 2023, and then just like absolute shit from there. So I figured people just kind of forgot that this was a good match. I'm glad it's getting some appreciation.
Appreciation.
You gotta know.
My nose is so stuffy right now. It's hard to speak.
You on drugs, son?
No, I don't. I'm just very congested.
A little bit of that.
Hey guys. Day 2 of the 4-day loop. We have issues. Congestion issues are entered the picture, boys. Just get ready.
Joe, I've been so sneezy today.
I'm just saying.
He's sneezy, bro.
Telling you, wait until we get to Sunday, boys. Buster, what did you say, mate?
This is my number 4.
Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the first? So we've had your 5 and 4, right? So I like it. Okay. Chat love this match, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
ball knowers.
This one's got almost.
Can I run an experiment really quickly, like super quick?
Yeah.
Chat. thoughts. Undertaker, Goldberg, go.
So, are you aware of why Evu streamed this? Tweeted that last night.
No, I didn't. No.
It was we watched it in Self-Made, and
Okay.
that's why. And he meant to tweet Goldberg Undertaker is godly, and he was so tired he just tweeted Goldberg versus Undertaker.
Respect.
We had a hell of a time watching that together, dude. It was
Look
fun.
at that, dude.
Really,
Kane Lee was in the chat talking about how he was a piece of
yeah.
shit, and I was like, bro, I promise you're the only one on the ground that doesn't like that match. I swear to God.
Well, the thing is, too, on that show, because the reason what happened was, I'll explain this briefly. Shout out to Self-Made. Hit their Patreon link and join the Discord. There's so much stuff going on. I was in there last night. And basically, we watched Shane McMahon do something. Oh, I know what it was. Okay. So we watched Andrade versus Rey Mysterio as a match rec from 2019. That match is incredible. Day 4 1/4 on the telly in January 2019. And I went, all of us together, we went, let's see who else is on the show. That's the show where Mandy Rose lures Jimmy Uso to her hotel room.
Oh, no.
And then it ends with a Miz Shane segment opposite the bar. Thank you, Big French Cat. Links there. Okay? So we're watching, I'm sat in the boys like, dude, Shane at this time is so funny. He's the worst wrestler of all time. Then we watched the Survivor Series match where Roman knocks him out of a spear.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately, very funny. No question it's funny.
Hilarious.
You can't pretend it isn't. And then Cade put on the Roman Reigns match, which is like one of the worst matches ever, I think. Like Shane just beats him up for most of the match to silence in Jeddah. And then on that same show is the Goldberg match. And here's the kicker. At the end of all of this, Cade then put on the 51-man battle royal from that show that Mansoor won.
Yeah.
And then we saw some incredible things. Most beast of which was Machine Gun Carl Anderson, 15 seconds in the match, legitimately going to Dax Harwood and being like, bro, you got to get me out. Like, just grabs him and like throws himself over the top rope to get out of the match. It's absolutely outstanding.
Is that the Titus O'Neil match?
No.
No.
It was the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they tease it and Titus comes out and pretends like, oh, am I going to fall down?
Yeah. Have you seen the clip of CM Punk and all the people around him talk about that match where they're all like, it's so funny, and then Punk is like the ultimate fucking downer. He's like, I don't think it's funny at all. 2 feet to the right, he's dead.
Wait, what was this from? Like the Fox show or something?
I don't know.
You got
It had to have been on the
He is
Fox. It
right.
had to
though.
have been on the Fox.
He is correct, but
He could have
like,
died. Yeah.
bro, the vibes were so high. Like they were all laughing about it. He's like, not funny at all.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Pretty incredible,
really
actually.
funny.
All right, folks, as we cross the hour mark, we hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, you know what to do. We're in at number 7, boys. This match was inadvertently cited earlier as a mistake, but it is now in at 7. Texas Death, Hangman and Page, John Moxley at 7. It says a lot about the Revolution catalog. This did not make the top 5 because this is
this is like
a beloved match.
bro, this is a 9.22 on Gage match.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
Now, my question, before we even get into the match, do we think this has suffered at all from the fact that they have like now got a more famous Texas Death match between these guys?
I think it's not just because of that. It's because of how many Texas Deaths have been in between that. And I think Hangman and Swerve, people would say, is better. And
That's
I think
a great
that's
point.
what hurts it.
Yeah, that's a great
People
point.
say it. It is said.
This match is incredible. We watched this Buster on Graps cast, didn't we, like a year ago?
Yeah, we watched it before it was in the lead up to All In.
All in.
We
That's
watched this.
right, yeah.
Oh, I remember we had so much fun on that.
Yeah. Wrestling used to be good though. It's like not even a year ago.
And we're really excited for Revolution again.
Yeah. Anyways, this fucking the build for this match is unbelievable. Marcus said the promo, the Madison promo, whatever, is like it's one of my favorite promos of all time. It's so fucking good. And yeah, the match itself, the finish everyone talks about, the first time Mox hung John Moxley. It's awesome. It's a classic, 100%. I had a weird period where like I thought I didn't like it as much as everybody else, and then we watched it for Grabscast, and I was like, no, I'm fucking stupid. This match is awesome.
Yeah, it's actually, like Sam here said, he's way better than the All-In. It's very different to the All-In one. Like, as a match, I think there's actually a real merit to this argument. In terms of the stuff they do, I mean, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, the babyface heel dynamic is a lot stronger in the rematch because this is the time where Moxley is just kind of like John Moxley, right?
He's just a guy, yeah.
We're kind of back in that direction now, to be honest. But This one clearly got a lot of love on people's lists. Caden Lee, what say you?
This is my number 2 on my
Wow.
list. I adore this match. It's my favorite Texas Death match ever in AEW. I think it's much better than the Swerve one. That I struggle to connect with the Hangman
Wow.
Swerve one in general, but I just think I think it's
Interesting.
much
Oh,
better
Brad's
than that
takes.
one. I think it is a better all-around match than the All-In. I think the All-In match has the moments, but as a pure, just like looking at it in more of a vacuum, I also like the build-up to this match more than I like the build-up to the Texas Death match from All-In, to be honest. I don't really like the Hangman and Mox specifically. I don't particularly like the build too much for All-In. There's other stuff around it that's fine, but like I think the build adds another level to it. Everything that this meant for Hangman at the time after a weird 2022 where he loses the title, and in general the company was in such a weird spot at this point that there's like it's such a you're in an interesting spot, and the way that they present everything and the way that these two men go out there and just beat the living shit out of each other and kill each other in San Francisco, California. It's such a spectacle, and everything comes together in such a special way. Whereas I think in a lot of Texas Death matches or more extreme matches AEW's done, there's like one little thing that they do that maybe like pushes it a little bit over the edge. Like they jump the shark a tiny bit. I think to the webbing that they did, that Moxley and Kenny did at Full Gear 2019 with Swerve and Hangman. My big problem with that one is that there's the run-in by Brian Cage that is fucking awful in that match. This one, they do everything correctly.
Yeah. What do you make of this? Seb said if this match is Infinity War, then All-In is Endgame. What do you make of Caden? This is a question for you.
I think that's actually a very accurate statement. Infinity War. Look, I think that's fairly. It's a fair argument. I don't think it's like full. I don't. In terms of the story, that's not correct. But in terms of like as films, I think it makes sense.
Do you like Infinity War more than Endgame?
It's much better.
Okay. I think this is accurate as well. Well, not accurate, but I wanted to point it out that they this feud birthed two of my favorite promos of all time. This promo is unbelievable.
Yeah. And that's also the match where like Evil Uno inexplicably pops a number. Do you remember that? He did like a great quarter hour.
Belly's out and he's bleeding. Beast mode.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I feel like he did nothing on Dynamite ever again after that. I'm not even complaining, but it is funny, you know? Like, yeah, this is a great one. I actually was surprised this didn't make the top 5, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's not on my list, but I am surprised that it didn't make it.
There's a lot of heavy hitters ahead of us, boys.
Yeah.
A lot of heavy hitters. Are there any matches, Caden? You're a big list guy. You didn't get your ballot in, so I'm intrigued. Are there any matches that you haven't come up yet, and you're going, is he going to make it?
No, for my top 3, no.
No.
No, I'm not particularly worried about it. There's one that almost cracked my list that I don't think is going to make the list.
What match is that of interest?
Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley.
We'll see what happens, folks. We'll see what happens. Number 6. We're back to Greensboro.
Welcome back.
That show, dude. Holy
It's
shit.
one of their best shows ever. Maybe the best show ever.
Will Ospreay officially becomes All Elite with an absolute thriller. Opposite Konosuke Takeshita. This match has that gnarly brainbuster situation where his whole back goes down the buckles.
I thought he was gone, bro. I thought it was over.
Yeah.
I thought this match was outstanding. And
9.47 on Cage Match.
Jesus, man. I was outstanding. I was the absolutely perfect way to get Ospreay rolling in the promotion. Like, here's who he is. Get ready. He's about to change things. And he did, right? Like, he absolutely did. AEW's roster is such that it's so hard for individuals to make an impact upon joining. Like, there's so many good guys. It's just hard. Will Ospreay was a guy who was great enough that when he wrestled major matches, it was like, oh, this is a different promotion now. That's crazy. That speaks to how talented he is. Takeshita is right there with him. He was the perfect opponent. This is an incredible match that I think has an argument to be higher. But again, there's a lot of heavy hitters ahead. Caden Lee, what do you think?
This was my number 1.
Okay.
There you go.
I adore this match. It is it's the perfect moves match. And that, like, they do a moves match 100%, but they do everything in such a way that, like, I don't think it goes too long. I think it's about 22 minutes. They do all of their like big spots, and there's a moment where you're like, okay, maybe they could have finished it there, but because of the spectacle they were going for, I thought it worked really well. At this point too, that moves matches have been done in AEW, but mostly we're seeing them a lot more in tags. They weren't really happening too much on like the high level in singles competition for the men. So it was a little bit different. Will would obviously kind of make that his style from here. And then we've had a few other people do it. Like Kyle's done it a lot as well. But it wasn't like this type of match was not super popular in AEW at this point. And them doing it in Greensboro with that crowd, seeing so many people who had never seen Will Ospreay or Konosuke Takeshita wrestle, because some people were just there for Sting. So getting to see their reactions and hear their reactions to everything happening is a really special experience for me. I adore it. It is what you want out of these two men done perfectly. And they've tried multiple times since to get close to it and have done exactly what all the pitfalls of move matches are. And that you go 30 minutes and you go too long and you try to do too many cute things. I don't think it gets too cute. It ends when it needs to. It is godly.
Has that atmosphere too, man. That was a special night. It was one of those magical nights where everything just felt like on. Like even we talked earlier about the crowd being somewhat out of matches. It still had a cool vibe, that show. Like, no, I'm going to come back to you because you were there, Buster. This is a hell of a match to have in at number 6.
Yeah, it very much is. I think that obviously just shows the catalog we're dealing with Revolution. But this match is. You said it perfectly that it was like the perfect way to introduce Will, where you just put him in there with another fucking super athlete and let them go at it. It was exactly what I wanted it to be, what I expected it to be, and more really. I agree with Caden. Where like I think more so than Kane. I think there was moments before that they probably could have ended it, and I would have liked it a little bit more. But it's not like it fucking killed my enjoyment of the match. I still think it's like it's a classic, and again, I think it does have an argument to be higher, but there's obviously some insane matches on this show, so or that have happened at this show. So.
No, but this was happening. It set the tone for the run ahead of Ospreay since then. This feels fitting to be higher, but could it have been higher? What do you think?
I think this is probably the right place for it in my personal list. But I honestly don't think I'll ever like experience a match the way I did this one. I was already a big fan of Ospreay going into it. I'd known who he was for a little bit, but getting to watch him wrestle live and getting to hit that entrance the very first time, and it was just so special. And I remember like there's multiple points in the match. I don't know if I like sat down the entire time. I don't know if anyone in my section did, but like we always talk about it, the Brainbuster spot is absolutely unfucking believable. Sitting there, I had the perfect angle to think that Takeshita was dead, and it was just like. Ospreay, yeah. Oh my god. And then Bigfoot Orange Cat, I want to point out too, the sequence with the tombstone and the wheelbarrow into the hidden blade for the 1 count. That was the moment where I was like, I don't know if a 1 count will ever be that way to me again. I was like, holy shit.
The hidden blade might be like, in terms of like a no-sell transition move, it's got to be like the best of all time, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because that, and then the first time that like a moves match had gotten me in a long fucking time was Darby and Will on Dynamite. And when they do the code red into the hidden blade, oh my fucking god, bro.
That's an example of like the way I see selling, in the sense that people clip that and be like, LOL, look at this no sell. When I watch those matches live, I never ever am taken out of them by that no sell. Like,
because it's like it's such a quick move, you can see him like just doing it instinctually.
Right. Because that's the actual test. Is like, to me, this is my opinion, but selling to me is not a thing that you should like have a fucking notepad and go like,
It's the case
like if it's bad selling, it breaks your immersion, takes you out of the match.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like I've never been taken out of it. I've actively lost my shit for that spot multiple times. Oh, now there's things Will does that absolutely, I could see it.
Yeah.
And I get it's subjective, but for me personally, I've never had an issue with that spot. I think that's one of his best big match things they all go to. It's an awesome one.
Yeah. He makes it work every single time. Like, Brimbus, you're on the fucking money with the hidden blade comment. Like, I think that move is just on its face awesome. Yeah. But when it's like it's used in that way, I don't think I've ever seen a crowd not lose their shit at that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Not
he
once.
Kills people with it too. Like, it's impossible not to react.
Yeah. Exactly.
There we go, folks. We're into the top 5. I'm intrigued if I'm intrigued how confident everyone is about like what's ahead of us. Like I think there's some ones that are obvious, dare I say.
I think there's 3 that are very obvious.
Okay.
I'd like to say 4.
Yeah,
4. I'll say 4 as well.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Alright, we'll let it
5.
fly.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's actually,
Starting to get worried. Starting to get
Yeah.
worried.
I think I know the last 5.
Okay.
I think I know 4 out of the last 5.
I think if you guys had like, more time, you'd have the last 5, I think. But the question is the order.
Yeah. I think
Question
my top 4 is in this for sure.
I think my last 3 are in this.
Well,
If it's not, I'm done.
let's get rolling, folks. Top 5 on the way.
Gonna retire.
If you haven't already, please do like the stream. We're headed back to the show that Jericho and Eddie opened. 2022. The match that in many ways was the lead attraction for that show. Dog collar. MJF. CM Punk kicking off our top 5. Insane amounts of blood shed in this one.
Yeah, bro.
Punk bled so much in this that my mom was like legitimately uncomfortable with this match. So she didn't like this match because how much he bled.
Beast
Like,
mode.
Yeah.
she loved the Eddie and Jericho match, and she thought this match was good, but it was too much blood for her. Like, it was a lot, dude. It was
It
crazy.
was a lot.
I remember there's a shot of Punk like just pouring.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. There was some drama at the end and some theatrics of Wardlow. This is one that I think definitely has a cadence that for the modern fan is a little testing, a little more slow burn, and they kind of milk the the dog collar element and get that stipulation over. But man, I think it's pretty damn excellent. I haven't seen it in some time. I'd like us to work into a Grin along at some point. We'll sure be able to do that in the coming years with some AEW retro stuff. Now they've got the old My AEW rolling and all that. Novi, this was your 1 seed, correct?
It is my 1 seed. There's a time in my life where I definitely did not like this match, but I rewatched it, I think a year ago, and I remember being so captured by the magic of it all and by the blood and by how high stakes it feels. And there's something about the crowd. I know there's a lot of debate on the crowd. Is it a good crowd? Are they there for this match? I think they genuinely are. I think they're with the match as its pace goes along, exactly how they want them to be. I think this match is just masterful. It's kind of like peak wrestling to me at this point in my life. It's kind of the match I want to see more and more. Like not necessarily like, the dog collar or whatever, but something that looks like this and feels like this. I chase this aesthetic. I chase the vibe.
Novi, do you know what you rewatched this for?
It was for Grafscast, wasn't it?
It was for Cage Match Chronicles.
Cage Match Chronicles.
Branding,
Yes, I
pal.
did. And I remember that was such a fun show talking about the dog collar matches.
Yeah.
But this one, that was what did it because I rewatched it then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great match. Number 1 for me, for sure.
Now, I mentioned this is not one with a unanimous vote, and Novi had the 1 seed, and when he suggested such in our group chat, Caden Lee got quite aggressive in response. Caden, this is not a Caden Lee special.
No. I will
see.
preface this by saying I have not rewatched it. I only go off of my live experience, which I think it makes a lot of sense. But I was there, did not like this. I actually disagree with Novi. I remember very much that the crowd was not into this match.
Yeah, the crowd sucked.
Yeah, this was not. The crowd had moments, but it was bad. It was
I think
a
there's
bad
truth.
crowd.
I actually think there's a lot
But
of truth to what Novi's saying, legitimately.
That-
They were watching the match closely the whole time. personally.
That
That's just me.
show made me declare that AEW should never go to Orlando again.
All I can remember was that the people around me were very much like, okay, this is going long. I think part of
Right,
it's the
but-
placement, but look, my section not into this match.
Miss
I
Kayfabe,
didn't
not a fan?
particularly like it.
Caden legitimately just went from the free people around me to my section didn't like it. And then he's about to
My
go to the whole
section
arena.
Did not like it. I don't know, but that one I will say, don't know about the whole arena. My section didn't like it. The entrance is fucking awesome. I love that entrance so much, and it makes me wish I liked the match more. Just didn't click with me. I don't think it really worked super well in that specific setting. I'll eventually watch it, and there's a strong chance that I have a very different opinion on it. But I can only go off of the
That's fair
opinion that I had at the time, and I just remember it just didn't work for me.
It wasn't for everyone. It definitely wasn't for everyone.
Damn straight they did.
I love that. You said, I can't speak for the whole arena, but my boys, we didn't fuck with it. I mean,
Yeah. That's tremendous. Excellent work. All right. Buster, I get the sense you're a lot more bullish on this than Kate.
Yeah, this match fucking rocks. I don't know what the fuck Kate's talking about, brother. I mean, like, it is long, but it's not that long. It's like
It's 30.
4 minutes longer than his fucking gay Takeshita Ospreay match.
6 minutes longer, but go off, King.
Anyways, sorry, I had to dunk on him there, but
No.
this match is awesome.
Yeah.
The blood from Punk is like all timer blade job. It's not even fucking close. The hair, the ROH shorts. I mean, like the vibe of the match is like gross. MJF is such a pussy in the match. Compliment. And then you have the Wardlow theatrics to end it. That is like, unironically, was extremely good at the time.
Wardlow theatrics were a real hit.
It was
around
awesome.
the time.
Yeah.
It was
bro.
awesome. And
was
Wardlow
great. It was a great
Wardlow is like people forget about it now. Wardlow is so fucking over
Yeah.
at this time.
Oh my god, yeah.
The fucking the
Unbelievable.
Pepsi plunge onto the fucking tax, bro.
Oh, bro, this match is so grimy. You're so right.
It's so good.
Oh, Buster,
And
bro.
It has to be said.
Forever, bro.
A lot of these matches, we've talked about the build in passing, and then we talk about the match a lot. This is absolutely helped by the build, and that's okay. Like,
Oh my god,
The build for
Punk
this was a
Dynamite
whole-
angle.
this was like the signature AEW saga to this point,
Yeah,
right?
but
Really,
the
like,
go home angles, maybe the best in company history.
yeah, with the blood at Daly's, yeah.
Yeah, and then they also have the "Will You Be My Valentine" promo.
Oh, that was
and,
good.
Yeah, I mean, just
Yeah,
it's the best feud in the company's history.
God, we had it so fucking right.
Because like the Hangman, I should change my word on that. Saga, Hangman's road to the first title win is the best.
Yeah,
Feud, this is special.
this is the best.
Yeah. That go home promo is awesome. It's so
It is.
good.
The go home angle, like the amount of blood he gets in that too,
Bro,
is
it's
unbelievable.
and then the promo afterwards.
He cuts it
when
in the
he's when
doctor's
he's in
room.
The doctor's op, bro.
Oh man, he was on fire.
Yeah, he
He gets
liked
that
wrestling
fucking
again.
Look in his
And then he
eyes.
sold his soul.
You need to. They see. You often forget. We have new grinners, and they're going, "Oh, Buster's a sold his soul guy." You know, you have to be careful with these things. And then they're going to see the Punk flag and be like, "This guy's a phony. Get him out."
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah, it's an it's an interesting. It's an interesting one. Great match. I'm looking forward to rewatching it at some point. Mhm.
Sorry, me having that flag, doing this soul to soul, and then having that as well. It's just the trifecta. I'm a beast. I'm good at
That's
this.
just one word for it, bro. That's one word for it. All right, there we go. So we're kicking off the top 5, folks. It's been a hell of a time. We keep it moving.
Joe, hold on. We're going around the top 5, and we don't have everyone liking the stream right fucking now.
Yeah, what a great point.
Jesus.
Excellent
78
point.
grinners in here.
Wow.
78 likes. I want to see actually. By the way,
I don't know what to think of that.
Stop thinking, bro. You gotta get rocking. Come on, get solid. Whoa.
Guys, did you see JBL was on the Undertows podcast?
I did, but that's an instant watch after this.
Did you hear the controversy about it?
No,
Everyone's talking about JBL's weight, bro. They're coming after our guy.
is he fat?
So, like, he looks just put weight on, but, like, every comment was like, oh, look at the size of JBL. JBXL, they were calling him and shit.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
Bro,
a
it
great
was
slander
crazy.
name.
That's mean.
Fuck.
He's
I mean,
always been
it
an
was
XL,
good.
bro. Look
We
at
need
him.
to fight back
That's
together.
Bro, we're,
Genuinely, yeah.
honestly, you're a pussy if you're hating on JBL as fat and wearing jeans. Fuck you.
Seriously.
He tells some incredible stories on it, dude. He really does. Full beast mode. JBL
guys
is not
cowboy
going
hat
to
on?
Grin. He's not. But
Did
someone
they
might
talk
be
about
saying,
the Chris Van Vliet interview where Chris Van Vliet asks him about underrated wrestlers and Taker's like, you know, he got his time in the spotlight, but I think nobody understands how good JBL was.
beast mode. It's an excellent point. Important
It's
conversation.
true.
I'm glad we're having it. He actually does say he's one of the most underrated wrestlers. Yeah, he does.
He does.
Fair. On the interview, he says it too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, nice.
Correct, big bro.
True.
Yeah. Caden Lee is making me slightly uncomfortable with his body language right now. He kind of He was looming a little bit there. Did you
I
notice?
don't like the way he's been acting the entire show, to be honest. He's really scary.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Your
Kate,
once he's
you
already
okay?
passed. You've lost.
I think he has like ink poisoning from his tattoo.
There's a slight undercurrent of like desk noise too, which is very Donny, and Donny's not here. Very Donny. So we'll keep monitoring that situation.
You got Donnie
Caden
desk
Lee-
noise, bro.
Bro, Donny will be doing a show and will legitimately be punching his desk at the end of every sentence. I'm like, this is audio, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I go, Donny, you're punching your desk. He goes, am I? Yes, most certainly. Your fist is coming down and you're making a sound. Anyway, all right. Nonetheless, number 4. We're staying with MJF.
Yes, sir, we are.
We're staying with MJF, and
Always.
I think this one could be controversial. But March 5th, 2023, Iron Man, Bryan Danielson, MJF. A lot of people had this at 1. A lot of people. This was one of those matches that was either like, for a lot of the ones, especially the ones that we got in, on Twitter and stuff, like people have either had it in their 1 or 2, it wasn't there. The matches ahead of it are fucking heavy hitters though, so I get it. It's in at 4. It's an incredible match. It is a daunting rewatch, which I think does hurt it in something like this, because I think it's an hour, bro. Like I think the matches above this people rewatch more often, and I think that is a huge factor. But it's a hell of a wrestling match. Okay, what do we think, boys? What do we think, Buster? Where do you stand on this one?
I think it's good. It wasn't in my top 5. I think that at the time, it was like in the actual moment, it's one of the coolest experiences watching a wrestling match that I ever had. There was like that period, that 3-month period to start the year where I had this, and then Kenny and Will at the Dome in January was like, I was just trying to figure out all year which one was my favorite match of the year. It ended up being Kenny and Will, and that was like probably correct, because I think even now I agree with that. But anyways,
I
it's just
agree
very
with
good.
that. It's godly, by the way.
Yeah,
I
I agree with
that.
myself.
Yeah,
I made the right call.
Yeah,
excellent
I
point,
did.
Buster.
Yeah, put myself over there. This is awesome. It's very good. I love the build as well. The build gave us Bryan Danielson and Roosh, the best match in AEW's TV history. Lol. And good match. I like this match. Wasn't in my top 5, but it is a good match.
Interesting. Bradley, what do you think?
So I watched this while very, very tired and have not rewatched it. So I just remember bits and pieces of this match. So I don't have much of an opinion. However, Maxwell Jacob Friedman does throw alcohol in the eyes of a child, and therefore I think
Beast
it's
mode.
fucking awesome.
Oh, take it. The eyes. That was merely a coincidence of what happened. We threw that.
He shouldn't have been that short.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah,
They could have hit
that's
him
right.
anywhere. Yeah, come on.
Hey, no, I'm saying Max is beasting for it.
I'm saying legally, what's your tone? That's what I'm saying.
Well, the fan understood the risk he was taking getting that front row
Yeah.
seat,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, Excalibur
Be
says
careful.
it.
He got compensated
Excalibur
as well.
At the
little
start of
fucker.
every show,
Give
nobody's
him a
been doing enough
t-shirt.
shows.
You got compensated.
You be drinking
Kid,
hard
bless him.
fucking
Then he
liquor
went
with your kid at a
backstage.
wrestling show.
That was a happening at the time. I remember being very, very upset about that.
Yeah.
They
Wonder
looked
if you're
after the
still
young
mad.
fella. It'll be a cool memory for him when he's older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which saying that he's now 3 years older. So if we have any comment on that, someone
How old do you think he is?
Mike Johnson, reach out.
Hey, just wait. He'll be teaming with Braun Strowman at WrestleMania in a few years.
He's
joke.
a lot older,
I
I
like
think,
that one.
What a pull.
Novi. Caden Lee has revealed how little he understands this business once again, but this
Yeah.
was a hell of a wrestling match.
This was at my number 4. The last time I watched
There you
this
go.
match was on the plane to Texas for All In last year.
Wow.
Almost.
I fucking love this match. I think Brian's performance in this is like genuinely all-timer stuff, but I somehow think MJF is better. He just gets it right in terms of like kind of being a heel, and it really does. Like the crowd stays with him the entire time, which is a kind of a feat, obviously, because it's an Iron Man 1 hour match. But like, there's not a second where they love him. I think the finish is done correctly as well. It doesn't lose points on that for me. I know it does for some people, but not me. I love the match, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Doesn't get blood.
I remember it being incredible. I need to rewatch it. It's a little daunting because of the length.
Going along.
Pause.
I would happily do. You know, Caden, I'm gonna clue you in on this as a friend.
Yep.
The gentleman to our left of you, to your right, I guess, has had an alarmingly Caden Lee night tonight. I want you to keep that in mind. Back pocket that.
Listen, I'm feeling whimsical and autistic. Okay.
But that's layered and very good. Caden, all I'm saying is, right, Sunday, when you're hurting, you're on the ropes in hour 4.
And I dunk on you. You need to fucking light me up.
Fire up. Yeah, let's sting, beat
Buster.
the chest, the works.
I once called myself a whimsical bitch, and the person I said that to got very upset with me.
Really?
I don't know
Why?
why.
Who was it, a police officer?
Yes. It was Joe Swanson.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Too much Joe Swanson talk on this platform lately.
Yeah, layered joke.
So, yeah, really layered.
You're an asshole.
Layered joke, reference to yesterday's show.
Yeah, bro.
Now,
plugging my
Buster, on
shit.
the other hand,
Okay.
have you noticed what's happening here? 2 MJF matches in the top 5. And what did Caden Lee do for both of them?
Didn't watch them. Fell asleep. Didn't talk about it.
Here's the thing about that, guys. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Kane Lee doesn't respect Big Hebrew. Still loves Hangman. Took the picture at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, come on, no.
Just keep that in mind.
Whoa.
We're into the top 3.
Let's not forget what I said last night.
We're into the top 3. Folks, big business ahead. We've already got some... Buster, how many of these matches you think were 9 pluses on our cage match gimmick? There's a few of them, right? Like 3 of them? 4?
As far as the
That
whole
we got
list,
to this point, yeah.
I think there are like 10.
well, I don't know about that, but
No, we've only done like... no, but like genuinely... Like,
I think there was like at most 5.
yeah, which
but
is a
it's
lot.
a-
though.
that's
We're
a
not in
good
the top
amount.
3.
Yeah, it's a
we're
lot.
not in the
Yeah.
top 3.
Could be
It's only-
15.
This is what Revolution is. This 7 coming up or 6? Did it the other way around that time? You see that?
Oh,
You can't do it when it's that way around.
I
Well,
don't know actually.
Okay.
Maybe 6. 6.
Very bad at that game. You know, you have to count. You have to count the year at start. You know.
yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Maths, you know.
Yeah, it's difficult. We're going back all the way to the first one. Hangman and Page, Kenny Omega, opposite the Young Bucks, the original AEW Revolution. This match had an incredible build. Was kind of the centerpiece of AEW's strongest TV cycle to that point, as we mentioned earlier. It stole that show and then some. It was critically acclaimed and was getting like best tag match ever buzz coming out of it. I think there's a lot of people that feel like it should be the one. Here's what I think probably hurts it. I think a lot of people picked up AEW in the pandemic and have no idea about how big a deal this match was at the time, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
This was a special one, Caden Lee, right?
Yes. At the time, this was a very special match for AEW. And it kind of plays a role in marking a big turnaround for AEW, which is funny because of how soon it was into the company. But those first few months when we did Relight the Fuse, you noticed it too. It's weird. The company is very weird, and they weren't kind of doing what you thought going in. And then they pivot to this, and they put the tag titles on Hangman and Kenny, and they do this Hangman, Kenny, and Bucks match. And not only is like the story building up to it good, but the match itself, the match is great, but it does so much to kind of be like, hey, this is the company that we said we were going to do, and the stories that we were going to tell both in and outside of the ring, and like kind of mix those together. And it's a prime example of it. And things kind of get derailed with COVID about a month or so, or I think it's like 2 weeks later. Yeah, because this was in February 29th. So about 2 weeks later, the world shuts down and it fucks things up. But at the time, yeah, this means a lot to the company. I think a good point of like people did find AEW during COVID, so they end up kind of losing the match. And because of how important it was at the time, the importance of it also gets lost over time. And as more elite lore happens, you forget how good elite lore was between 2019 and 2021. So that kind of sucks. I think the years haven't been very kind to it, but it's still like you watch it, and it is just like it flies by, and the things that they do in it are incredible, and the throwbacks they have. It's a love letter to elite fans and a love letter to tag wrestling.
This angle and story was done really well on television. To your point, Caden, I don't think they ever did better in terms of the elite, like infighting than this on TV. This was terrific.
They do a sit down. I think it's Hangman and Kenny do a sit down with Jim Ross, like before a show, and it's ringside, and it's godly. That interview, if you don't want to watch the match, if you don't want to watch a 30-minute match, that's fine. Go to it's on my AEW and it's on HBO Max now. Go watch the video package, because it is one of the best. The AEW doesn't do very good video packages for their pay-per-views. That video package is remarkable.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. So I think this actually is an example of like the different eras of AEW, and this one, as Caden kind of mapped out, suffering as a result of a range of those reasons. It's still third, to be clear. I do have to stress, it was a distant third. Like, it was many, many votes shy of our top two. Novi, I forget your timeline. I'm sure you rewatched this with Relight the Fuse, right? You would have seen this?
I don't know if it was Relight the Fuse, but I do remember viewing it. It was when I lived in my apartment. It was at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was pitch black. I had the window open for some reason. And I remember just pulling it up on like just a random browser and just enjoying my fucking time. It's a great match. It ages really well, to be honest with you.
We did not get to this on Relight the Fuse.
Yeah, but it's like, wow. I think some people think about this.
Hang on, what? How? No, we did like 18 episodes of that show.
Well, we did
because we did a lot of TVs.
I know. But here's the thing, Joe. Here's the thing. The match ages well if you watch it now. So if Relight the Fuse ever comes back, then we'll enjoy our time. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. All right, cool. It should come back. It was fun. But Buster, where do you stand on this, mate?
I remember loving the match when it happened, and then I rewatched it in 2024, like early 2024, and I thought that it was good. I don't think it ages very well, contrary to what Novi said. I don't think it ages very well, in my opinion.
I think I'm not like insane about it, like some people are, to be honest.
Yeah. It wasn't on my list. I don't know if it would be. It may be in my top 10. I don't know.
I haven't watched this in years. And I'm almost scared too because I loved it so much at the time.
Yeah, it's one of those matches.
Yeah. By the way, Sunday will be 7th show, so I knew it, but you have to count the first.
My bad. That's my bad. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I think Joe. I think it does hold up incredibly well. I rewatched it a few days ago.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying, some of those matches you don't want to like ruin the
the magic of it. That was me with Cody and Dustin for so long.
Yeah.
I think that match ages incredible.
Yeah. But the ingredients are more timeless in that, though, right? Like with the fucking blood and the. Think about Revolution 2020. It's the second most famous show to take place on a leap year, right? Second.
It's true. Yeah. It's true.
Lethal leap year.
I forgot to say this was my number 3. I think it could have been like my top 3. Honestly, like could all be in a different order.
Stand on.
I think that Matt. They could, depending on the day, they could. But I think it's fucking awesome.
I think the thing that like holds it back for me being like one of those matches is just I'm not like a big elite.
You're not invested. Guy. Yeah. So you was watching this at the time, right, Buster?
Yeah, I wasn't watching like super close, but I was watching. Yeah.
I think this was a big for AEW TV viewers at the time. This was a bigger deal than people can. It's weird. It's hard to capture.
That's fair. Yeah. Someone's going to watch the build for it to matter.
Okay.
I'm not dunking on you. I just mean like
it just sounded like it because you flared your camera. Caden was right. Like this was a really big deal on the TV at the time, and that was a really big chapter of their TV. It's just lost because of the pandemic. And,
Dude, I had I invited my friend and his dad over, and my dad smoked a brisket just to watch just because we were celebrating watching this match. We were all so
many
excited for this
match.
That's what we did.
Fascinating.
Smoked a brisket, had a party. We had a barbecue.
Interesting. All right. You should email Dave there. He would have absolutely printed it. No question he would have. The build was so effective that, All right. Into the top 2. No prizes for guessing which the top 2 matches are. It's just the order they're in. And I don't think it's a big surprise, folks. It's not particularly close. Number 2 is 2 with a bullet. It is way clear of 3, but way short of 1. It is the Hollywood ending from last year's Revolution pay-per-view. Mariah May, Toni Storm. Unbelievable spectacle. and the end of one of the more celebrated kind of feuds, sagas, whatever terminology you want to use, story, dare I say, in AEW history of the decade so far. Mariah and Toni, they have like just shy of 15 minutes at their disposal. They bleed a bunch. 13 minutes is crazy. There's glass, plunder, chaos,
Instant blood,
theatrics, drama. It's like the perfect match for the feud, right? Like it has this real kind of weird tone that only fits these people, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like this match. If cinematic match or cinematic, whatever the fuck, didn't have like a different meaning in wrestling, it would like perfectly encapsulate what this match is actually. It's more like it has cinematic undertones other than like it's a full blown fucking boneyard or whatever.
Yeah.
But it is fucking unbelievable. Like I think no one really knew what the fuck a Hollywood ending match was gonna be. Like we knew like there'd be like plunder and stuff, but they went out there and they just had like it was a Memphis match.
Yeah, it was really special.
It's fucking awesome, bro.
That show's great and it's come up a lot on this program, but like that was the match on the night. I mean, for me anyway, for us on the show.
Not even close, to be
for
totally
us
honest.
it wasn't close. I went full 5 on this. If you're going cage
I did
match
too.
on that.
Yeah.
Incredible piece of business. Caden Lee, what say you?
I might sound like a bit of an asshole when I say this.
Oh no.
I mean it with all. I mean it with love to the match. I think this match has aged so fucking well in the last year.
What would that be?
What do you? Why was that set up like
What
that?
do you mean?
Because it's a little mean to Blake Monroe. I think
No, it's not.
the
He's talking about the
story-
build where like
It's the build.
Tony
It's the
Storm
build
said,
of, like,
It's the ending though.
Yeah, but it's the thing of like sentencing you to the life of mediocrity, and this
He means
ending
it-
in such a fantastical ending that's kind of just like everything about it. It feels very, if you're like Buster said it. There's the cinematic nature of it, and there's something poetic that after this match, you see the person who wins becomes more of a superstar, and the person who loses does get sentenced to a little bit of the life of mediocrity. It just adds something like special to it where you go, oh shit, fucking did it.
You suck, bro. You fucking suck. Bro just did Twitter.com on the show. Fuck off.
Great.
Awful
This-
podcasting. Awful podcasting.
This match is incredible.
Fuck,
It is,
that was
it,
awful.
That was
You try to get that off on us, bro. We thought we were going to sell for that. I was going to bump and feed. Oh, good one, yeah. Give me a back body drop, Caden. Jesus, that stunk.
very NXT.
No,
in
but
my
this
opinion.
match is
him
great.
off.
Go for it. Go for it.
Let me fucking correct the pace. I think this is AEW's greatest achievement as a match. I don't think any match tops it in terms of like. I think achievement is genuinely the best word for it. What they accomplished in 13 minutes is genuinely unbelievable. Just in terms of like the emotion and the just aesthetics of the match and how fucking nuts they get with the glass and with the tables. And I just think back to that last shot with the end on the screen. They're both lying dead. Unbelievable match. Achievement. Incredible.
It's amazing. I do think there is truth to it's fucking awesome. This was a shoot ending, and like Buster said Memphis earlier, this Lawler running the heel out the territory is awesome.
Yeah.
I personally don't crank it to the fact that she said lifetime mediocrity, but it's just me.
Yeah. What do you mean, bro?
Yeah,
Yes,
she doesn't
I
get
keep seeing
reactions in NXT now.
reference. I don't know
Yeah.
what I said about this match beforehand. I don't.
You
I don't.
didn't say about the match.
No
you said something
idea.
about the build.
Yeah, you were
Oh,
like,
because the build was dog shit.
no, it
But
wasn't.
the build
No,
was
no,
you got frustrated at the end and got very aggressive on the preview show. You were very pugnacious.
Is this
Yeah.
not? Is
There's-
that not
there's
the preview?
crazy
Isn't this
allegations
the preview
about this
show?
shit.
No, is this the
You
preview
said
show where you
Mariah's
said?
not cut out for it.
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
Mariah's not. You said Mariah.
Because she
May is
fucking
not cut out.
wasn't. And then she had a great match.
Yes, she
Who
was.
cares?
It's one of the funniest things you've
It was
ever said
funny.
on a preview.
It was
show.
funny. It was very funny.
Yeah, you
Right.
dude. You
It
fucking.
was, you were
farrier.
very aggressive. You were very aggressive.
I did not
basically-
claim Tony can't work. What are you talking about?
You got very aggressive.
I've never not been a
Very
Tony
aggressive.
fan.
No, but you got very aggressive. Okay.
I got very
Nonetheless,
aggressive. I was right.
This is
All right,
this is
man.
pre-Cinema Novi, so he was more
hey, guys.
angry.
Hey guys, we calm down a little bit.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Novi just saw Caden Lee getting heat and went, "How about I have some? Come on, then bring it." You know.
Well, because the chat's like lighting me up. I don't even know what I said.
You should
And then I
rewatch the show,
remembered.
Novi. You were a lot on that show. It was a lot. It was like a 10-minute segment of you just blistering fucking Toni and Mariah. It was a real thing.
I think it was also
a
because
real
like
thing.
if we're shooting, none of us really wanted to do that fucking show, but it was. We were in our era of like we gotta do the previews.
It wasn't my fault. I wasn't on the show.
It wasn't. It was definitely forced like by us, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Tony Storm.
Yeah, we all
I've
make
always liked
mistakes.
Toni
We all
Storm.
makes don't worry about it. So this match is fucking awesome. It's one of the best matches in AEW history. It is, I think, the best match for the women in AEW history. It's probably in the top 5 overall. I think it is in the right spot too, but that says more about what's at 1 than it does, this having any shortcomings.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is basically perfect. There's a pomp and circumstance to what's ahead that you just can't recapture that.
I think
yeah,
in terms
it's
of
an
like
incredible
magic,
match.
if you like, we always know what number 1 is. If you're weighting magic, this match kind of like equals the magic a little bit, just in
Yeah.
terms like it's
Yeah.
like standing in AEW lore. It's kind of
I agree.
crazy.
Because it has the build is like, God, like almost a year, right? Doesn't Mariah
It's
come
longer
in-
than a year. It's like
Yeah,
it's a year and a half by
he
this.
turns like over the summer.
yeah, because there's at
previous year.
Wembley. Yeah.
Hmm
Yeah.
And Tony holds the belt Mariah holds the belt
Yeah.
for a while, and then all what happens after that. And Tony
Mhm.
kind of like gets the stratosphere after this.
Mhm.
Unless he wasn't
Yeah.
before, but I mean,
This
it's gotta take
this
stuff of him.
definitely changes.
It changes
Tony-
a lot.
Definitely leaves this like a different level of star for them.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
100%.
Yes.
She
Weaver's
fucking-
convinced she could main event shows after this for sure,
Yeah.
and I don't think we're wrong to say that. I think we were
No.
right.
Yeah.
She
They should have been
fucking
invented this show.
dunked on me because like I had like the mindset of like I didn't like Tony Storm obviously, but just like I wanted to see somebody else with the belt, and then she went on to have like maybe my favorite women's world title reign in the company's history so far.
hmm
The same thing.
It's
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
she,
this was
like
big.
completely
for her.
proved me wrong.
It was. It will be interesting. The Mariah May Blake Monroe conversation has just been totally poisoned. Is now just fucking awful. but-
That shit doesn't matter. It's
No, but it will be interesting. Like where, like in 10 years, it'll be interesting what place this has in the story. Like
Yeah.
in the sense that like if Blake Monroe goes to have an incredible run, this will be looked at as like a launching pad for her as a star in wrestling.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But it equally makes this like kind of a fascinating match if that's not the case, right? Because this match isn't getting erased anytime soon. Like,
No.
there's literally nothing that could happen that would change the way people will talk about this match forever. I think this is
Yeah.
timeless, dude.
And
Like,
and to be honest, like I think there's a lot of issues with the feud itself. Like it is very long and it loses itself, but like they just have a great match at the end of it, so it doesn't matter. Like they
Yeah.
have an all-time match, so you don't even think about it anymore. You just
the
think about this
weakest
match.
thing in the whole feud is when like Tony's not there. They didn't do a good job keeping Mariah like moving. In terms of like her title reign was very. We're waiting for Tony to get back. Very
Yeah.
Exactly.
much. Like
Definitely.
creatively, I mean, like they kind of just were like, oh, we'll kill time, which hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt a little bit.
She was like the Thunder Rosa match, right?
Yeah, but then by the time they get to this, like
Yeah.
they built some momentum back up, and a lot of us felt they should have made it in the show then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Seb
yeah, I don't know.
says, does the story rank higher than MJF and Punk? No.
Not as a complete story.
Not
Love
for
and
me.
respect, no.
It's a different kind of story though. I definitely could see like why it would for someone because it's just
Yeah. I think
it's
different
got a
things,
different kind of
obviously.
vibe in it. Yeah,
And
I don't think this
it's-
has gonna be.
It's one of the first times like we see a feud at this level for the women, if not the first time.
For sure.
And so I understand like it feels like a moment, like it feels like a place for them to launch for the women's division. And I think they kind of do, but just like the story, it's hard not to get captured by that magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I think this has like ingredients in terms of some of the personality that's like honestly not something that you see a lot in AEW in terms of like the vibe of this whole feud, and it is willing to be really like we tell stories, and
Yeah.
that's okay if you do it to this level, right? Like, I think people think of that as like some sort of we don't do that in AEW. This, like it's a long term story in a really good way. Like, you can absolutely pull that off, and yeah, there were lulls for sure, but the talent made sure it happened, and on this night they were just on a different.
They got
level,
it done.
so, yeah.
And it is, and like for all the Mariah conversation, it is so fucking beast that she just left the territory after this.
Awesome.
I think it's so
Yeah,
fucking
raw.
beast.
Yeah, it does fucking roll.
Genuinely, like wrestlers should just go. They should do what they want to do. I don't give a fuck. Like,
She left at the fucking peak of her powers.
if
That's
she-
awesome.
if she wants to go to WWE, she should go to WWE, and she did. And I hope it works out because I have no reason to say otherwise. Because I have no, like to me, it's like hopefully she does good, dude. Like
I don't care if she.
And the only thing I would say before we go on is not an indication of someone's lack of talent if they struggle in that system or any other system, because sometimes the people in charge of things is just stupid, to be completely fair. So, I mean, trust me, I've seen Andrade fail fucking 4 times over in both promotions, and now he's finally getting a run, Like, it's hard. So, she's doing her thing. She's chasing what, is her dreams, her career. So, we shall see how things unfold, but either way, this match is kind of etched in stone as one of the classics. Toni Storm, Mariah May, Hollywood ending in at 2. And obviously, we know we're headed at number 1. And it's a match that, honestly, we've covered a lot on this platform. Right? It won Grinnies. It did all sorts of things. It came out 1,000,001 times. It is, of course, the Young Bucks taking on Darby Allin and Sting. Tornado Tag 2024. Back to Greensboro. One last time to take it home. This one will by a landslide. I just think, look, man. So every wrestler that comes up on this, there's like some debate with Sting and AEW. Everyone just went, "Yeah, man, it's cool,"
Yeah, it's so specific to Sting in AEW. And also, just Sting's career. Obviously, the stuff that happened in WWE, where it's like he wanted to have that final run to send off or whatever, and that was the intention. And then he comes back, and it just for a literal entire show to be based around him, and obviously the entrance with his sons. It's a classic. Sorry, I took over there, but it's so good.
You good? Because this is one I think we've all spoken about enough. Where it's yeah. I mean, I co-sign completely. Novi, you were there obviously, and my goodness, special night.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first wrestling pay-per-view I ever went to. I bought a ticket as soon as they announced it to Greensboro. It's a special environment being around so many people who were, mostly there because they love Sting and they wanted to see him go out. And I know there's a lot of conversation about what the finish would be. Man, it's so fucking beautiful. He went out on top. It's so beautiful. And the entrance with his 2 sons and how it ends with everyone coming out on the ramp. It's magic.
Clearly
and
the right finish.
Clearly the right finish. I think in terms of things AEW have done just overall, I think the way they handled Sting's retirement will never be beat, to be honest with you. I don't agree. It's just so proper for a guy that meant so much for the industry, and just you don't see that as much as you should.
Yeah.
AEW have their moments from a presentation point of view. I'm still amazed at how much they nailed Sting's entrance on this.
Bro,
dude.
it's fucking
showtime.
It's just a different level to anything they've ever done in that regard.
Yeah. And the promo before, oh my fucking god.
Yeah. Man.
It's like that, the one last just moment with Sting and the fans. It's so fucking good, dude.
Wow. And all of those generations of fans saying goodbye to the Stinger. Caden, it feels like a worthy number 1.
Yeah. This is a special atmosphere. This is one where I did not steal the chair. I was gifted the chair, so I have it. And I'm very, very grateful that I was able to take that home with me from flew out somewhere in North Carolina. But I got that thing home. It was a special moment to be there in that crowd and getting to witness it. It is a spectacle that I don't think is ever going to be replicated. We've seen so many retirement matches in the last few months, specifically. We had Cena, we had AJ, and we had Tana. And Tana, I think out of those 3 was the closest, but that was not also just such a different ordeal. The way that was the Sting match was presented. Yeah, I just don't think any wrestler is going to go out in a similar way again. There's nothing that's going to get close to that. Getting to see his sons do their thing in that, getting to see the Darby spot. And my God, the live reaction to the Darby spot and everyone collectively going, "Oh my God, is he fucking dead?" And figuring out if that man was alive for that was an experience in itself. And then, finishing it with a very much a party vibe, which is it's kind of hard to get that now with retirement matches. You don't really get a lot of party vibes anymore. And I'm very glad that Toni made the decision to do that because it added something special to it. And you could have easily had such a good story of that that Darby that Sting goes out by putting someone over like more traditional way, by being like, fuck it, it's Sting. Let's celebrate his legacy. The Bucks don't need that shit. They're already the Young Bucks. Who cares? Let's have some fun. And yeah, it was so cool.
You're talking about him now. I know, like, we give Darby a ton of praise for that match. He deserves it. I mean, holy fuck. But the Young Bucks role in that match, it's maybe their crown jewel. I mean,
it's one of the best performances.
Dude, they have two of the top 3 matches on this list. I mean, those guys are just prolific.
They just get it right a lot of the time, and they got that so right. They played every bump and heel. They played every like chicken shit heel. They did it all in that one match. It was they beat down on Sting for like 10 minutes, bro. It was awesome.
Not a safer bet in terms of entertaining the people and giving them their money's worth. There's maybe not a safer bet in wrestling than those guys in a big match. Like, they're prolific. I mean, they're incredible in that match for a reason. That brings us to a close, folks. What a list. Talk about some honorable mentions. I think there's some matches that were really unlucky, to be honest. The biggest victim of the 2020, situation we discussed earlier is Orange Cassidy versus Pac.
For sure.
Great match.
That was a huge match at the time in terms of being Orange's like big breakout as a star.
Yeah.
I was surprised it didn't make the top 15. It was 16th, so it just missed out by a single point to Hangman and MJF. Christian and Jack Perry came in at 17 with the whatever they called it, the burial.
God, that match is good.
The final burial.
Final barrier or something like that. Yeah.
Moxley and Omega exploding barbed wire gimmick.
Good. I'm glad that it at least
18,
got like
very, very good match.
Hurt by the post match, right?
Yes. Rightfully so. But
19, Brad Lee, Bryan Danielson, John Moxley, 2022.
Yeah, I think it's like by far their best match together.
And
great.
20th is an incredible rib on me. Hangman and Page, Samoa Joe, and Swerve Strickland, Revolution.
Oh, God.
It's a match that made me quite angry, but it was a 20, so some people liked it. Shout out to those people. No votes for Cody and MJF. There was none.
Wow.
Yeah, so there we go, folks. To be clear, anyone listening that was asked, I didn't just feel the need to note that. Just for posterity. But that is our top 15, folks. And we hope you got this. We got you in the mood, I should say, for Sunday. Revolution looks like it could be the best one yet, and I mean that.
I'm really excited, dude.
I don't think it will make it, but it could be, right? Like that lineup, it could be.
This show got me very excited for that show.
And we're going to be watching that live on this channel, live and free.
It's true.
If you're watching this, you can watch that. Hang out with us on Sunday, watching the whole pape. I'm sure there'll be some pre-show business that I'll not be involved in. We're going to watch the whole pape, and
I'll be there.
It's going to be a big squad, big lineup. Get ready. Very, very exciting times ahead. Couple notes before I pitch it to my co-grinners here. Tomorrow we have Collision, as mentioned earlier. Tuesday, we have WrestleMania 13, which is also a free stream. WrestleMania 13, Grin along, ending our 1997 journey. Get ready for that here on Tuesday. Then on next Friday, we have WrestleMania 10, headed to MSG on the anniversary. And I have news, Manny the Hooper will be joining us on Friday.
Money.
Contrarian Alex will join us on Tuesday. Manny will be joining us on Friday. Got some Manias coming up next week, some WWE business, some retro WWF business, to be specific. So that should be very, very fun here next week. Much happening. Some LNG Productions business underway too. We've got maybe a guest coming up soon. Maybe. Very excited about that. A couple of guests, actually. There's one that I think is a little closer, so looking forward to that. There's a Criterion upload coming. There's an Oscars video Tobe's working on. All sorts happening. And lest we forget, March 26th, the LNG WCW draft. Oh, my goodness. Buster, tell the people about your channel, mate.
I have a gaming channel where I talk about video games. It's called Brainbuster. I uploaded a video yesterday talking about Crimson Desert. Easily my most look forward to game so far this year. I talk about why I'm so excited for it and the details about it, the console or performance expectations or whatever. There's a link for it in the chat. Please give that a watch. Thank you. And subscribe. I'm almost at 600 subscribers, please.
Yes, sir. Caden Lee. Any plugs?
I will be here tomorrow for Collision. I will be here Sunday for Revolution. I will be here Tuesday for WrestleMania 13, a pay-per-view that I've never seen.
Well, bro just booked himself. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Strong-armed himself into a booking. Yeah.
Is that okay? Question mark?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Bro.
Talk
It's
about
easy.
it.
See you on
All right,
Sunday.
cool.
Bro.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How you feeling right now?
I'm just sleepy. It's been I've genuinely been a long fucking day.
Yeah.
But dude, I've been out since like 9:30 this morning.
Revolution
I'm-
just ended 10 minutes ago, so you might want to check that out. If it's a Sunday, you know.
But
Careful.
I have been recruited by Tope to be part of this Oscars video. So
Oh
I will
my
be
God.
I'm doing a voiceover talking about F1.
Interesting. You loved F1, right?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Not realistic whatsoever, but good movie. So
Novi, to the PBA channel.
I have a movie channel. I have a couple reviews, a preview for our film club out right now. You can check that out. It's linked under this channel. I'm also in the Oscars video that's coming out in production here pretty soon.
Wow.
Tope didn't tell me soon enough. I'm with Frankenstein. It is what it is. I gave it my fucking all, bro. I have a banger. It's my last hurrah. We'll leave it there. And I'll also be on the Revolution pay-per-view stream. It's the first one I've been on in a very long time. So I'm very excited. Make sure to join us free.
Yes, sir. Lots happening, folks. We appreciate you all. Look at that. Just over 2 hours. Beautiful. Before you go, do us a favor. Make sure you like the stream. Also, when we end, we need your help in the comments. It's the last thing we ask of you. Comment your favorite Revolution match. Easy. Just comment that. It helps us out a lot in the algorithm and such. We've got very bad at telling you guys to comment stuff. Your favorite Revolution match in the comments when we're done here. We will see you tomorrow for Collision. If not, then Sunday for Revolution. Keep grinning, all how. Enjoy this outro. Goodbye.